Good morning, everyone. Uh, you people have written grand test number 7 in the morning session. I hope you wrote well today's examination. We should analyze today's biology question paper. Amma. Question number 91. Match the column. This question comes under Living World chapter. Here, class A, 2, Mammalia. Obviously, Mammalia is animal class. Fish, amphibia, reptilia, birds are aves and Mammalia. All these are different animal classes, right? So, A, 2, B, order, 3, carnivora. Felidae and Canidae both belong to the order Carnivora. Both cats and dogs belong to the order Carnivora. B3. C. Family. 4. Felidae. Understood. Cat belongs to the family Felidae. Cat belongs to the and dog belongs to the family Canidae. Dog belongs to the family Canidae and cat belongs to the family Felidae. So families Felidae and Canidae both belong to the order Carnivora. Got it? Means order is a group of closely related families. And D, kingdom, obviously plantae. Understood? So answer is 1. A3, B, A2, B3, C4 and D1. Understood? Next. Question number 128. In the given statements, how many statements are correct? Okay. So here option 1. Commensalism is also said as facultative mutualism. Wrong. Because in case of facultative mutualism, both the partners are mutually benefited. But in case of commensalism, only one partner is benefited plus. And other partner is neither benefited nor affected. Understood? 0. So first one, option 1 is wrong. 2. Commensalism confers benefits on both the interacting species and they should live together for their survival. Wrong. Statement 2 represents mutualism, mutualistic phenomenon. 3. Epiphyte on mango branch are the example of commensalism. Absolutely correct. Epiphyte on mango branch. Understood. Orchid plant can survive on the branch of mango tree. Orchid plant can survive on the branch of mango tree as a epiphyte. Orchid plant which is present on the mango tree exposes to sunlight and receives sunlight and performs photosynthesis. So in this process, orchid plant is benefited, but mango tree is neither benefited nor affected, plus and 0. It comes under commensalism. 4. Mutualism shows co-evolution. Absolutely correct. So in this 3 and 4 are correct. Answer is 1. Next. Which of the following statement is correct about commensalism? 2. Clownfish and sea anemone shows this interaction. Basically, sea anemone body is surrounded by tentacles. When predators attack, tentacles of sea anemone cover and protect the clownfish. Tentacles of sea anemone cover and protect the clownfish. In this animal association, clownfish is benefited plus, but sea anemone is neither benefited nor affected. 0. It represents commensalism. Okay. Question number 133. Direct question amma. Here. S is equal to CA power Z. Log S is equal to log C plus Z log A. My dear students, Alexander von Humboldt has revealed the relationship between area and species richness. Dear students, to know the relationship between area and species richness of wide variety of taxa like birds, bats, angiosperms, and freshwater fish. We have to take area A on x-axis and species richness of birds, bats, angiosperms, and freshwater fishes on y-axis. At that time, curve turns out to be rectangular hyperbola. Rectangular hyperbola or non-linear curve. Rectangular hyperbola or non-linear curve is demonstrated by using an equation S is equal to Ca power Z. In this, S represents species richness, A means area, C means y-intercept, okay, Z means slope of the line or regression coefficient. On logarithmic scale, curve becomes linear curve or straight line or log scale. Linear curve or straight line is demonstrated by using an equation log S is equal to log C plus Z log A. So here S species richness, C y-intercept, Z regression coefficient, and A area. Answer is 2. Bali, Java and Caspian. Question number 134. Bali, Java and Caspian are subspecies of tiger. My dear students, 3 subspecies of tiger were extincted in Bali, Java and Caspian. So answer is 4. Next, 135. David Tillman's long-term ecosystem experiments using outdoor plots explained that option 2 is correct. Increased diversity contributed to higher productivity. Dear students, biodiversity is directly proportional to productivity. Biodiversity is directly proportional to productivity. If in case biodiversity increases, automatically productivity also increases. If biodiversity decreases, productivity also decreases. Understood? David Tillman has done analytical experiments on characteristic features of stable community, and he proved characteristic features of stable community practically by an experiment called long-term ecosystem experiment. In that case, David Tillman has released more number of species in some open plots, and he also released less number of species in other open plots. After some days, he noticed that open plots with more number of species have shown less variations. And he also noticed that open plots with less number of species have shown more variations in productivity and in biomass year to year. Next, question number 136, statement 1. In echinoderms, digestive system is complete, 100%, because alimentary canal of echinoderms include 2 individual openings. Anterior opening is mouth and posterior opening is anus. Ingestion of food takes place through mouth and egestion of waste materials takes place through anus. This is called complete digestive system. Statement 1 is correct. Statement 2, mouth is present on dorsal side and anus on ventral side. Wrong. Mouth is located on ventral lower side. Anus is located on dorsal upper side. So here statement 1 is correct and 2 is incorrect. Answer is 3. 137. In Ostrich, the gills are. Answer is 2. 4 pairs and covered by operculum. In Ostrich or in bony fishes, 4 pairs of gills are present. Those 4 pairs of gills will be embedded, will be enclosed in a sac-like structure called operculum. So, operculum is absent in chondrichthyes and present in ostrich. 138. Cloaca is absent in. Basically, cloaca is present in amphibians and birds. So, answer, even in some reptiles also. Cloaca is present in amphibians, birds, and in some reptiles. But cloaca is absent in mammals. Cloaca is present in amphibians, birds, and in some reptiles, but cloaca is absent in mammals. Here answer is 4. Rabbit is a kind of mammal. The scientific name of rabbit is Oryctolagus cuniculus. Oryctolagus cuniculus. Cloaca is absent in mammals like rabbit. So answer is 4. 139. Which of the following is a correct combination of characters related to the given animal? Dear students, the given animal represents petromyzon or lamprey. Petromyzon or lamprey belongs to the class Chondrichthyes. Petromyzon or lamprey belongs to the class Cyclostomata. Basically, cyclostomata includes jawless vertebrates. In cyclostomata, jaws, paired fins, scales are absent. Understood? So answer is 2. Jaws are absent, paired fins are absent, and skeleton is made up of cartilage. Okay, now the given diagram represents cyclostomata. Answer is 2. Next. Question number 150, statement 1. Seminal plasma and sperms constitute semen. Obviously correct. Semen is formed by the union of both seminal plasma and sperms. Basically, seminal plasma is rich in fructose, calcium ions, and certain enzymes. Along with fructose, calcium ions, and certain enzymes, seminal plasma also contains sperms. Fructose is the major source of energy for the movement of sperms. Seminal plasma and sperms constitute semen. Statement 1 is correct. Statement 2. Semen is rich in fructose, calcium ions, and certain enzymes. Both statement 1 and statement 2 are correct. Answer is 2. And 151. Choose correct option related to frog. Poikilotherms. Animals whose body temperature varies with the environment is absolutely correct. Frogs are poikilothermous, are cold-blooded animals because frogs cannot maintain constant internal body temperature. Frogs cannot maintain constant internal body temperature. The body temperature of frogs changes with the temperature of its surroundings. That's why go through option 2. And 152. Gluconeogenesis is stimulated by. Gluconeogenesis is stimulated by. Answer is 3. Glucagon and cortisol. My dear students, conversion of non-carbohydrate substances. Conversion of non-carbohydrate substances like lactic acid into glucose is called gluconeogenesis. Here, gluconeogenesis is stimulated by glucagon and cortisol or glucocorticoid. Both glucagon and cortisol stimulate gluconeogenesis. Answer is 3. 153. Which of the following statements are correct? Option 1. Lungs are covered by double layered pleura or pleural membrane. No ambiguity at all. Answer 1 is correct. 2. Alveoli have thick walls. Wrong. Alveoli have thin walls. Alveoli have thin walls. 2 is incorrect. 3. Pleural fluid reduces friction during breathing. Absolutely correct. And option 4. Alveoli provide large surface area for exchange of gases. No ambiguity at all. Here 1, 3 and 4 are correct. Answer is 3. Next. Correct sequence. Question number 154. Correct sequence leading to erythroblastosis fetalis. So here 3. Placenta allows free mixing in first pregnancy. Next one, first Rh positive pregnancy antibody formation. Next two, second Rh positive pregnancy maternal antibody transfer, fetal RBC lysis or breakdown. Next four, anti-Rh injection prevents antibody formation. Answer is 1. 3, 1, correct sequential or chronological order is 3, 1, 2, 4. Answer is 1. 155. Examples. Fishes, two-chambered, single circulation, amphibia and reptiles, excluding crocodiles. Three chambers, incomplete double circulation. Crocodiles, birds and mammals. Four-chambered heart, complete double circulation. Which covers all? Andre, we have to choose option which is related to fish, amphibia, reptilia, birds or aves, mammalia. My dear students, fish, amphibia, reptilia, including crocodiles, birds or aves, mammalia, all these are vertebrates. So basically vertebrates exhibit closed type of circulatory system, because in vertebrates blood is circulated throughout the body through a series of blood vessels. So answer is 1. 156. Fill in the blanks. During hemodialysis, blood is pumped into an artificial kidney with a dash membrane, cellophane membrane, surrounded by dialyzing fluid or dialysate, which has the same composition as plasma except dash nitrogenous waste materials like urea. After adding dash as an anticoagulant, heparin. So heparin is anticoagulant because heparin prevents clotting of blood inside the blood vessels. Heparin prevents clotting of blood inside the blood vessels. Here, a heparin works against blood clotting, or heparin works against blood coagulation. That is why heparin is said to be anticoagulant. Answer is 4. And 157. Which of the following statements about actin and myosin are correct? A. Each actin filament is made up of two F-actin molecules. Absolutely correct, Amma. Each actin includes two individual F-actin molecules, F andre filamentous. Two F-actin molecules are arranged helically to each other. Two F-actin molecules are arranged helically to each other. B. Each F-actin is a polymer of G-actin monomers. 100% correct. Why? Because each F-actin is composed of several circular G-actin molecules. G means globular. F-actin is the polymer of G-actin molecules. F-actin is the polymer of G-actin molecules. Here F is polymer, G-actins are monomers. B is correct. C. Tropomyosin is the contractile protein of thin filament. Absolutely correct. Each thin filament includes three contractile proteins, namely number 1 actin, second one tropomyosin, and third one troponin. Individually, troponin includes three subunits, namely TNT, TNC, TNI. And D. TNC subunit of troponin binds calcium ions during muscle contraction. Absolutely correct, Amma. During muscle contraction, calcium ions bind with TNC subunit of troponin. During muscle contraction, calcium ions bind with TNC subunit of troponin. When calcium ions bind with TNC subunit of troponin, at that time troponin tropomyosin complex or troponin moves away from active site of actin or unmasks the active site of actin. At that time active site of actin is exposed to head of myosin. Ultimately head of myosin binds with active site of actin with the help of utilizing ATP energy. It leads to the formation of cross bridge. And E. Myosin head contains ATPase activity. 100% correct. Myosin head includes two articulating sites or two binding sites, namely number 1 active site binding site and second one ATP binding site. Okay. So answer is 2. A, B, C, D and E. All those given statements are correct. 158. Which of the following statements are incorrect? So number one, long bones are mainly involved in locomotion. Correct. Number two, flat bones enclose and protect vital organs. Correct. Number three, short bones are mostly hollow and filled with marrow cavity. Wrong. We can see bone marrow cavity in case of long bones, not in short bones. 3 is incorrect. 4, vertebrae and hip bones are 28 in number together. Correct, Amma? So here 3 is incorrect. Go through option 1. Here vertebrae and hip bones together 28 in number, Amma. Number of vertebrae 26. Cervical vertebrae 7, thoracic vertebrae 12, lumbar vertebrae 5, sacrum 1 and coccyx 1. So number of vertebrae 26, number of hip bones 2, 26 plus 2, 28. That's why answer 4 is correct. Here incorrect option is 3. Answer is 1. Question number 159. Diagram given below showing sagittal section of the human brain. A to H are different parts of the brain. See here, number 1, A, B, C and D are present in forebrain. Label A represents cerebrum, it comes under forebrain. Label B represents corpus callosum, it comes under forebrain. So E, cerebral hemispheres, forebrain, and D, thalamus, hypothalamus relevant individuals all come under forebrain, Amma. Answer 1 is correct. And option 2. B represents corpus callosum. Absolutely correct. Just now we have discussed. B represents corpus callosum. Understood? Corpus callosum connects two cerebral hemispheres. 3. Amygdala and hippocampus along with E and D form limbic system which come under hindbrain. Wrong. Why? Because two associated structures of forebrain like amygdala or amygdale, hippocampus and inner parts of cerebral hemispheres constitute limbic system or limbic lobe. Limbic system or limbic lobe and hypothalamus jointly control sexual behavior and emotions. So based on this we can conclude like limbic system comes under forebrain. Here they have given hindbrain. So here 3 is wrong. Fourth one, F, G, H are the parts of hindbrain. F represents cerebellum, pons varoli. G represents cerebellum and H represents medulla oblongata. 3 are the components of hindbrain. Fifth one, capital E represents pons varoli. Wrong. So total 3 statements are correct, Amma. Right. Next, 160. Identify A, B and C in the diagrammatic representation of the mechanism of hormonal action. A represents protein hormone, B receptor, C cyclic adenosine monophosphate. Dear students, the given figure represents mechanism of membrane bound receptor. All protein peptide hormones can bind with membrane bound receptor. FSH is a kind of protein hormone. It binds with membrane bound receptor which is located on ovarian cell membrane. Understood? So FSH is primary messenger. When FSH binds with membrane bound receptor, it leads to the formation of secondary messengers like cyclic adenosine monophosphate, calcium ions and IP3, inositol triphosphate. So go through option 2. 161, protein hormone. Answer 4, insulin glucagon. Both are protein hormones. B2, steroid hormones, testosterone and progesterone. C3, iodothyronine hormones. Thyroid hormones like triiodothyronine or T3 and tetraiodothyronine or T4 or thyroxine. D1, amino acid derivative hormones, epinephrine, norepinephrine, even melatonin is also a kind of amino acid derivative hormone. Why? Because melatonin will be synthesized from amino acid called tryptophan. I hope you people have prepared types of amino acids in botany. So amino acids like leucine, isoleucine, lysine, threonine, phenylalanine, tryptophan, valine, histidine, alanine, arginine, glycine, glutamic acid, glutamine, aspartic acid, proline, hydroxyproline. See here, histidine amino acid is for infants only. Next, question number 162, statement 1. Fertilization takes place in ampulla of fallopian tube. Correct? Statement 2. The ampulla provides a suitable environment for fusion of male and female gametes. Both the statements are correct. 163. Read the following statements and choose incorrect options. 1 and 5 are incorrect. Each testis has highly coiled 250 compartments called seminiferous tubule. Wrong. Each testis includes 250 compartments called testicular lobules, not seminiferous tubules. Each testicular lobule contains 1 to 3 highly coiled tubules called seminiferous tubule. 1 is wrong. And 5. Bulbourethral gland is a single accessory gland. Because number of Cowper's or number of bulbourethral glands 1 pair, but they have given single. That is why wrong. 1 and 5 are wrong. Answer is 3. Only number of seminal vesicles 2. Number of prostate glands 1. Number of Cowper or bulbourethral glands 2 or 1 pair. 164. A student believes that shaking hands or sharing a toilet with a person living with AIDS will transmit the infection. Which statement best address this misconception? Answer is 2, Amma. HIV does not spread through casual contact like handshakes or toilets, but through specific body fluids in defined ways. And 165, assertion. Pill Saheli is a highly effective as once a week pill. Reason. Pills inhibit ovulation and implantation. They also retard the entry of sperms. So assertion, reason both are correct, and reason correctly explains assertion. Understood? See, oral contraceptive non-steroidal pills or Saheli pills take once in a week, hence the name once a week pill. Why? Because pills prevent ovulation, implantation, and pills can alter or change the quality of cervical mucus to prevent or retard the entry of sperms. So reason correctly describes assertion. 166. Diagram A represents stabilizing selection, diagram B represents directional selection, and diagram C represents disruptive selection. No ambiguity at all. So in case of stabilizing selection, organisms acquire mean character value. In directional selection, organisms acquire value other than mean character value. So in case of disruptive selection, 2 peaks will be formed peripherally, hence the name peripheral character value. So answer is 2. 167. In which of the following options the 2 examples are correctly matched with their particular type of immunity? Amma, answer is 3. Polymorphonuclear leukocytes, PMNL. Polymorphonuclear leukocytes, nothing but neutrophils. Polymorphonuclear leukocytes or neutrophils come under innate immunity. Understood? And moreover, polymorphonuclear leukocytes come under cellular barriers. Cellular barriers represent innate immunity. Answer is 3. 168. A1 innate, A2 acquired, A3 active, A4 passive. Column B. B1 vaccination, B2 skin, B3 breast milk antibodies, B4 post-infection recovery. Here A1 is interlinked to B2. A1 is interlinked to B2. Why? Because A1 is innate immunity, B2 is skin. Amma, skin comes under physical barrier. Skin and mucous membrane both come under physical barrier. Physical barriers represent innate immunity. That is why A1 is interlinked to B2 and A2 is interlinked to B4. A2 acquired immunity, B4 post-infection recovery. Organisms develop acquired immunity after the recovery from infection. So A2 is interlinked to B4. A3 active immunity is interlinked to B1. Vaccination. Vaccination comes under active immunity, especially vaccination comes under artificial active acquired immunity. And A4 is interlinked to B3. A4 passive immunity. B3 breast milk antibodies. So colostrum. Colostrum comes under passive immunity. Colostrum comes under natural passive acquired immunity. So answer is 3. A1, B2, A2 is interlinked to B4, A3 is interlinked to B1 and A4 is interlinked to B3. 169. Assertion. Common ancestor of ferns, conifers and seed ferns is Xylophyton. Absolutely correct. Ferns, conifers, seed ferns. These three were evolved from single ancestor called Xylophyton. Assertion is correct. Ferns, conifers, seed ferns, these three plants were evolved from Xylophyton. Reason. The common ancestor of Xylophyton and seed fern is chlorophyte. Wrong. Chlorophytes, bryophytes were evolved from chlorophyte ancestors. Bryophytes were evolved from chlorophyte ancestors. Understood? So here assertion is correct and reason is incorrect. Answer is 3. 170. Which of the following statements are correct? B and D are correct, Amma. B. Biogenetic law was disproved by Carl Ernst von Baer. Absolutely correct. Biogenetic law is also known as theory of recapitulation. Biogenetic law represents ontogeny repeats phylogeny. Understood? The developmental history of an organism repeats the evolutionary history of its ancestor. Biogenetic law was proposed by Ernest Haeckel, but biogenetic law was disapproved by Carl Ernst von Baer. B is correct. And D. Gene flow results in changed frequency of genes and alleles. Absolutely correct. B and D are correct, Amma. Answer is 1. 171. Which of the following is not an evidence for evolution? Paleontological, embryological, biochemical. These three are the different evolutionary evidences, but not geographical. Answer is 4. 172. Statin, a bioactive molecule, inhibits the enzyme responsible for the synthesis of obviously cholesterol. Statin is a blood cholesterol lowering agent. Statin decreases cholesterol levels in blood. Hence the name blood cholesterol lowering agent. And statin inhibits the enzyme which is responsible for the synthesis of blood cholesterol. Statin inhibits the enzyme which is responsible for the synthesis of blood cholesterol. Answer is 4. 173. Which of the following statement is incorrect with respect to biofertilizers? Option 2 is incorrect, Amma. In paddy fields, cyanobacteria or blue-green algae like azospirillum serves as an important biofertilizer. Wrong. Nostoc, Anabina and Oscillatoria. These three are cyanobacteria or blue-green algae, but not azospirillum. Azotobacter and azospirillum both are free-living soil bacteria. Azotobacter and azospirillum both are free-living soil bacteria, both play a vital role in nitrogen fixation. Understood? So here answer 2 is incorrect, Amma. And rest of the questions are botany relevant. Thank you and all the best for tomorrow's exam. Prepare well and gain good marks. Hardly 3 exams are remaining and show your efficiency and proficiency in upcoming 3 grand tests. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
అందుకు ఉన్న పాట దానిలో ఉందా? ఓకే. So, good afternoon, students. We are here to discuss the 7th paper of this grand test series. Hope you are doing well. So, if you observe the question paper, question number 93. So, the question is about saprophytic nature of fungal digestion. So, all the four will come because enzymes are secreted outside, digestion is outside, and it will be absorbed by taking minute particles into the cell. We call it as a endocytosis. This particular word endocytosis you can see in the cell, the unit of life concept related to plasma membrane functions. Any solid particles the cell is absorbing into it, we can consider it as endocytosis. So fourth option is the correct one. All four are correct. 94. So which are the adaptations to bryophytes they are given? Sperm motility they are given. Actually the sperm word indicates the male gamete. Anthrozoids are the biflagellated structures, moves in the water so that they can reach the archegonia. So that is an adaptation to spread to new areas and also for the fertilization processes. In contrary, opposite to this, in the angiosperms and the gymnosperms, they are not dependent on water. Instead, they dependent on formation of the seeds. Yesterday we have seen such question. Question number 95. So main difference between artificial and the natural system of classifications. Remember, artificial system of classification dependent on gross morphological characters, I mean by external characters, whereas natural system of classification consider both anatomical and also morphological characters, phytochemical characters and everything. So correct probable answer is going to be the second option. They are saying artificial system based on vegetative, natural system based on both vegetative and also reproductive characters. So here one point you should remember, artificial system of classification was proposed by father of taxonomy Mr. Linnaeus, whereas natural system of classification is under the proposition of Bentham and the Hooker. 96. They are given the diagrams, you can directly connect it off. One is a Selaginella, another one is a Salvinia. Both are belongs to pteridophytes and both are having the heterosporous nature. Remember it. 97. So it is a bit related to morphology and also newly added families. What we know, tetradynamous stamens are there in case of the mustard. So what is mean by this tetradynamous nature? The two stamens are below and four stamens are above. The two levels of arrangement is there. Next, 98. Asexual spores and gametes both are non-motile in case of red algae, rhodophysae members. Example, Parphyra, Polysiphonia. 99. So China rose related characters they are mentioning. A and B are the proper characters. C, diadelphous stamens, we cannot see it. In the China rose, monadelphous stamens are there. D, placenta is periphery they are mentioning, that is a parietal placentation, not possible. In the China rose, axial placentation is there. 100. Parenchyma is a tissue, dash. So it is made up of cellulosic cell wall, thin cell wall is there and it is a living structure. Dead structures are like sclerenchyma, which is having thick cell wall. We have seen this in case of plant growth and development. Lignocellulosic cell wall you can observe during the time of differentiation. Whereas parenchyma cells are thin walled and they are having the cellulosic cell wall. Next, 101. So among the 5 statements they are given, first and the third is going to be wrong. Because first statement they are mentioning trichomes are multicellular. Trichomes are unicellular they are mentioning. Actually trichomes are multicellular. Next, C, conjoined collateral vascular bundles are arranged in side by side, not in the opposite radius. So C is actually belongs to radial vascular bundles. Next, 102. Non-cyclic photophosphorylation, final electron acceptor is NADP+. Whereas cyclic, it is going to be electron comebacks in a cyclic manner. Next, 103. Sequential order they are asking. First, it is related to C4 pathway. First, what is happening here among these? Fixation of CO2 by PEP carboxylase and there is a formation of oxaloacetic acid. Then that will be transported into bundle sheath cells. I mean it is by 4. Next, after the decarboxylation there, formation of the phosphoenol pyruvic acid that will be transported back, then it will become as a PEP. So correct answer is the first one. 104. Another lengthier question related to Z scheme they are asking. So Z scheme, the name arises because of the characteristic shape. From the PS2, electrons will be excited and will be accepted by electron acceptor From the electron acceptor, it will go downhill until to reach the PS1. Again, the electron will be excited here. Again, it will reach the uphill process. Final electron acceptor is there. That is going to be FNR, NADP reductase enzyme. So, uphill, downhill and uphill, because of this characteristic formation, we can consider it as a Z scheme. So, probably answer is the second one. 105, green light. Actually, plants are going to reflect the green light, maximum green light. So, it is not going to get absorbed. Third option, minimal photosynthesis happen. Then maximum photosynthesis will be happen at blue and red regions. It was discovered by this T.W. Engelmann. 106. So, they had given the sequential steps. You have to find what it is. First one, obviously, formation of 2-pyruvic acid. It is a glycolysis. Then pyruvic acid to carbon dioxide, reduced NAD and FAD, it is going to be a Krebs cycle, and last one is going to be the fermentation processes. By releasing the carbon dioxide, ethanol will be formed. Alcoholic fermentation you can observe in case of the yeast. Remember, yeast poison itself to death when alcohol concentration reaches up to 13%. And here, in this perspective, you have to remember the enzymes also. There are two enzymes involved here. One is pyruvate decarboxylase, another one is alcohol dehydrogenase. Next, 107. So, among the following, which is correct, they are mentioning, actually all are correct. Probably you can go with that. 108. So, among these, the condition what they have placed in this question, ATP utilized and ATP consumed and ATP produced reactions. So, probably second option is the best possible answer for this. Next, 109. Morphogenesis they are mentioning. Actually, directly this statement you can't see in the NCERT textbook, but connect it with the tissue culture. After placing the cells into a culture medium. So, the cells what we are placing, that is going to be called as explant. To the explant in the culture medium, to proliferate, we are adding cell division promoting substances like sucrose as a carbon source, nutrients, minerals, salts and everything we are providing here. Along with that, PGRs to be added, plant growth regulators. The main plant growth regulator here for the cell division is the cytokinin. Along with that, we have to add the auxin. So, if more auxin is there, less cytokinin, that leads to formation of root. I mean by more auxin and less cytokinin, that leads to formation of the root. We call it as a rhizogenesis, formation of the roots. Suppose if you reverse the condition, high cytokinin plus auxin concentration low, that leads to formation of the stem, that is called as a calogenesis. If both are given equal concentration, that leads to formation of undifferentiated mass of cells, we can consider it as a callus. So, morphogenesis means formation of the organs, morphological structures. So, root and the stem formation or even the callus formation dependent on comparative concentration of this cytokinin and the auxin. So, answer is going to be the second one. 110. Intrinsic and extrinsic factors. So, intrinsic control requires both intracellular and also intercellular. Intercellular control is by PGRs, intracellular is controlled by genetic elements. Next, odd one they are asking. Among the four they are given, 1, 2, 3 are related to female reproductive part. The pollen grain is a male one. 112. So, how many are haploid they are asking? Haploid in nature, polar nuclei haploid in nature, pollen grain haploid in nature, tapetum actually polyploid in nature, embryo sac haploid, ovule is a diploid actually, synergids haploid, nucellus diploid, microspore and the megaspore. Totally 6 haploid structures are there. 113. Actually there is a key change required here. In the paper they are given the fourth option. So you have to change the key, it is the first option. Why? Because 10,000 years they are mentioning. That is the oldest viable sea, Lupinus arcticus. Common name is lupin. Recent evidence is 2000 years, that is Phoenix dactylifera or the date palm. So first option is the most probable option. 114. Actually this is a previous year question, ma'am. Capital B, small b or capital B, black seed color. You want to know the genotype of it. So the cross we have to apply here is a test cross, where if you want to know the genotype of an unknown individual, it should be crossed with the recessive parent. So probably the second option will be the answer. 115. True breeding line. So true breeding line undergo continuous self-pollination so that it will show the stable trait inheritance. So second option. 116. Not associated with eukaryotic flagella. It is a second option. It is not naked. Centriole, the word is applicable. Centrioles are not having any cell wall or cell membrane. But flagella and the cilia are surrounded by the cell membrane. Middle part, the core part is called as axonym. 9+2 arrangement is there, made up of tubulin proteins. Everything is there. Where comes the tubulin protein? If you remember, microtubules. 9+2 arrangement. 9 peripheral doublets and 2 central singlets. All are made up of tubulin protein. So it is not naked. So regarding ABO blood groups, incorrect one they are asking. The third one is incorrect. IA and IB do not blend, they do not mix, they equally express. They are mentioning here blend means mix. No, there is no formation of new sugar. Actually, they are equally expressing so that the baby will get the AB blood group. Both are equally expressing. Next, 119. This 118 is related to autosomal recessive disorder. It is the color blindness and the sickle cell anemia. 119. So, Sutton is related to chromosomal theory of inheritance. Henking related to X body. Morgan is related to linkage in Drosophila. Sturtevant is related to mapping. So, 119 is the first option. Next, asexual reproduction mimics the sexual reproduction. Obviously, it is going to be apomixis. 121. DNA is negatively charged assertion, absolutely correct, but it is not because of, what do you say, nitrogen bases. It is because of phosphate group. So nitrogen bases charge we didn't mention. So phosphate group is having the negative charge, acidic nature. Acidic nature and negative charge of the DNA is because of the phosphate group. So A is true, R is false. Synthesis of ribosomal RNA, nucleolus. See, related to the nucleolus, one point you should underline in the cell the unit of life chapter, nucleus, in that page, last lines if you observe, larger and more number of nucleoli are found in the cells which are actively involved in protein synthesis. So, for the protein synthesis, ribosomes are required. For the ribosome synthesis, rRNA required. rRNA is produced in the nucleolus. More number of nucleolus and large size nucleolus found in the cells which are actively involved in protein synthesis. 123. So, correct statements they are saying. First one, DNA fingerprinting dependent polymorphism. Yes, correct. Polymorphism due to mutations. Correct. All regions of DNA are equally polymorphic. No, there is no equal polymorphism. Various degree of polymorphism. It shows the high degree of polymorphism within the different population of the organisms. So 1, 2, 4 are correct, 3 is incorrect. 124. 90 nucleotides in its coding sequence excluding the stop codon. So answer is 30. Including the stop codons means we have to remove 1. 90 means 90 divided by 3. Set of 3 will produce 1 amino acid. So that what you can understand here, 90 nucleotides are there, divided by 3, 30 codons will be there. If they didn't mention excluding the stop codon, answer will be 29. Next, 125. Not a surface structure. Glycocalyx, flagella for the movement, pili for the sexual reproduction, fimbriae for the attachment. So, one is the glycocalyx. It is not a surface structure, it is a covering. Next, 126. Labeling you can do. A is DNA, B is H1, C is going to be the histone octamer. So, interaction, coevolution, all these are organisms and population. Next, 131, if you observe, detritus includes dead parts of plants, dead remains of plants, animal excretions and all those things. NCERT statement, if you remember, detritus includes dead remains of plants and animals including the fecal matter. That means by excretory material. So, that is going to be the fourth one answer. Remember, the detritivore is the word applicable to organisms dependent on detritus, like earthworm. 131, primary consumers belongs to trophic level number 2. We can also call them as herbivores. Secondary consumers, trophic level number 3, also called as primary carnivores. Next, question number, all these are these heterotrophic fellow questions. 140. So 140 is related to cell the unit of life, ma'am. In this, all are correct, ma, except C. Why? Because why C? The nuclear pore allows the free passage of molecules Up to there it is correct. They mention the word all molecules. Nuclear pore allows the transport of RNA out of the nucleus and proteins into the nucleus and all the requirements for the synthesis of the DNA. Not all. All cannot be allowed through the nuclear pore. Next, 141. So, 3 of the following statement regarding cell organelles are correct. Which one is wrong? So, first one is wrong. Lysosomes are double membrane they are mentioning. Actually, lysosomes are single membrane structures and they are suicidal bags of the cell because they contain hydrolytic enzymes and these enzymes are active in the acidic pH. Remember that. 142. Mitosis and meiosis 2. Correct comparing. So, both are equal actually. Both are equational divisions. Number of chromosomes will be same. In the anaphase, sister chromatids will be separated by splitting of the centromere. So, second option, if you observe, in both mitosis and meiosis 2, sister chromatids are separated during the anaphase. So, second option correct. Next, 143, assertion reason again. In animal cells, if the S phase is inhibited, cell cannot undergo cytokinesis. Carefully how to follow this, ma. They are talking about animal cells. In animal cells, S phase is stopped. Then they are saying cell is not going to involve in the cell division. Yes, it is correct because in the S phase, there is a synthesis of DNA. At the same time, there is a synthesis of centrioles and the centrosome, which are very important for the formation of the spindle fibers. So, if centrosome and centriole duplication not happened, cell cannot enter into the, cell division. Whereas in case of the plant cells, no need of that centrosome or centriole, directly spindle fibers are formed from the poles because of enzymatic action. So, in this case, both are correct and correct explanation. 144, 24 chromosomes are there after meiosis 1. How many chromosomes and chromatids will be there in each of the 2 resulting cells? See, meiosis 1. Suppose a cell which is going to involve in the meiosis is called as meiocyte. It has undergone the meiosis 1 and they are saying pollen mother cell has 24 chromosomes. So, this meiocyte they are mentioning PMC, pollen mother cell. We can also call it as a microspore mother cell. This after completing meiosis having how many chromosomes? 24 chromosomes they are mentioning. That means meiosis is a equational division. No, it is a reductional division. So, the number of chromosomes will be doubled here. Means it is actually 48 chromosomes became 24 chromosomes. So, that is not the point of question here. How many chromosomes and chromatids will be present in each cell? Resulting. From this, how many cells are formed? 2 cells will be formed. Actually, after meiosis 1, 2 cells are formed that will produce 4. But here the question is about 1 cell. Other cell they didn't mention. So, 1 cell to 2 cells formed after the meiosis 2. So, here chromosome number again not going to be reduced, but chromatid number will be reduced. Here 24 chromosomes are there, each will have 2 sister chromatids. During meiosis 2, anaphase 2, sister chromatids will be separated. So, it will be 24, it also will be 24, but here chromatids is going to be, chromatids also 24, here also 24 chromatids. So, answer will be 12 chromosomes and 24 chromatids. How many chromosomes and chromatids will be present in each of the resulting cells? Okay. So, answer is the fourth one. 24 chromosomes, so 48 chromatids actually. 145. For 144 question, answer is the fourth option. I think the key is 3. No, it is actually 4. 24 chromosomes will be there and 48 chromatids will be there. Next. Actually, it is not the proper thing. Let me explain it properly. Pollen mother cell has 24 chromosomes. I didn't say it. Pollen mother cell has 24 chromosomes. PMC. Okay, fine. After completing meiosis 1, how many chromosomes and chromatids will be there? Yes. Third option correct. Third option is correct. 145. Kinetocodes are essential for the movement of chromosomes towards the pole during anaphase. Yes, correct. Because kinetocodes are the attachment sites for the spindle fibers. So, both are correct and correct explanation. Next, 146. Amino acids are alpha amino acids. Yes, it is correct. Because acidic group and amino group present on the same carbon, that is alpha carbon. Both are correct and correct explanation. Respect to repeats, all the among the 5, 3 are going to be correct. Which are those? Fatty acid, A is correct. R group could be have higher number of C. B is incorrect. 1 to 19 carbon should be there. B is incorrect. And the C, fatty acids could be unsaturated or saturated. Saturated with one or more double bonds. No. B and C are incorrect. D and E along with A is going to be correct. 148. So answer is the transition state. Difference of energy is called activation energy. And most abundant chemical in the living organisms is water. You can find this in a table in the biomolecules. And finally, we are entering into the last phase, biotechnology part. So last 6 questions. Question number 174. Restriction enzymes are called molecular scissors because they are cutting the DNA at specific locations. Who are going to cut at specific locations? Endonucleases. Exonucleases will remove the nucleotides from the ends. So both are correct and correct explanation. 175. Hint 2. It is extracted from the bacteria Haemophilus influenza and it's second isolated. By the name you can identify it. H for hemophilia, IN for influenza, D is the strain and 2 is the order of isolation. 176. Plasmids autonomously replicating because they have origin of replication. 177. They had given the diagram. In the diagram, what is the mistake? If you observe properly, 2 different enzymes are used. If you want to combine the 2 different DNA molecules, the same restriction enzyme is used so that it can form same kind of sticky ends, but joining will be possible. If 2 different enzymes are used, joining will not be possible. So, fourth option. 178. Limitation of ecological pyramids. Not a limitation they are asking. Fourth option is actually is applicable. It is not a limitation. So first option, why it is a limitation? Because omnivores belongs to 2 different trophic levels. So organisms belongs to 2 different trophic levels. These ecological pyramids do not accommodate them. First will be the limitation, second will be the limitation, third will be the limitation, fourth is not the limitation. 179. So how many statements are correct? 1, 3, 4 are correct, ma'am. Second one is incorrect because we are not going to kill the nematodes. Next, 180. Among the sequence of list they had given, only third option is incorrect because in the third option, only commercial production of therapeutics they are used. Transgenic animals are produced for different kinds of uses. So third will be wrong, remaining all are correct. Here we complete the discussion. Hardly 3 paper discussions are remaining between us and 1 week. By this day, next week we will be there and busy in writing the examination. So be very careful in this week. Definitely your hard work is going to give you the result. Don't get stressed, stress will kill the positivity. So be positive, be hopeful, definitely result going to come for you. Thank you.
Right. Good afternoon, all of you. Now, today paper, let us discuss the solutions. So, question number 1. So, here let x is equal to a square b square by c be the physical quantity if the percentage error in the measurement of the physical quantities a, b, c is 2, 3, 4% respectively, then the percentage error in the measurement of x is. So, this question is regularly asking in different types of competitive exams and one of the important question from the units and measurements. So, they have given x is equal to a square b square by c, and here they are, and then percent error in the measurement of x is so delta x by x into 100 is equal to, if the percentage change is less than 5%, then you can use that formula 2 into delta a by a into 100 plus, here the power is 2 into delta b by into 100 plus. So they said maximum power. So maximum percentage error means what? So then we should not take this c power minus 1 as minus 1 here. So you can take what? Power is 1 into, so delta c by c into 100. Therefore, that is given by, so 2 into, this is 2, 3, 4, they have given 2% plus, this is 3% and plus 1 into, that is the 4% they have given. So that is the 4 plus 6 plus 4 and is equal to, that is a, so 14% option. So 2 is the correct answer. Right now, so that is a simple question. Next, let's go for second question. Now the question number 2. A screw gauge has a least count L is equal to given, that is equal to 0.01 millimeters, and there are 50 divisions in its circular scale. Therefore, number of divisions they have given 50, and they are asking what about the pitch of the screw gauge. So the relation between them is what? So least count L is equal to, so pitch by N, and pitch is equal to least count to N. Therefore, now that is equal to 0.01 into 50, that is 50. Therefore, now you can get what? That is so 0.1 mm you will get the answer. Therefore, for now 5 mm you will get. Therefore, this is the, so what? So pitch of the screw gauge. Next, question number 3. The maximum vertical height to which a man can throw a ball is 136 meters. The maximum horizontal distance up to which they can throw the same ball is. For example, the maximum vertical height I am taking that is a HV is equal to, you know, that U square by 2G, right? And maximum horizontal distance is given by H is equal to U square by GM. So this point is will come in the, so projectile motion at the time of range discussion. The maximum range is nothing but what? So maximum distance along the horizontal. This is the maximum vertical distance. Therefore, now here this value they have given, that is equal to, so 136. So 136 meters they have given, right? Therefore, now here we want this one. Therefore, now here from this you can get what? U square by G is equal to 2 into, so 136, that is equal to how much you can get now? So 272 meters you can get the answer. That is a maximum horizontal distance, that is a maximum vertical distance when the body is projected vertically upside and when the body is projected horizontally. That means what? So when you are projecting a body, so in the oblique direction, means making some angle at theta is equal to 45, the horizontal range becomes maximum. That is nothing but maximum range. RH is equal to U square by G, and the answer is 272 meters. Next, question number 4. Question number 5 it is, yes, question number 3 we have not discussed. Let's go for the question number 3. A truck of mass 3000 30,000 kg moves up an inclined plane of slope. So 1 in 100 at a speed of 90 kmph. The power of the truck, first of all, so the speed u is equal to, they have given, so 90 kilometer per hour. Therefore 90 into 5 by 18. Therefore now what? So this is the 18 ones are 18. So 5 is that is equal to what? So that is the 25 meter per second is the speed amount. And here slope means what? The slope, so sine theta is equal to, so that is the 1 by 100, right? So slope is equal to 1 by 100. That means what? So this is, if you take this is the inclined plane, if you take this as the inclined plane, and this is the 1 and this is the 100 beta, therefore now what? So sine theta is always equal to 1 by 100. So 1 in 100 rise it is again, therefore now what? Sine theta is equal to, so we can take question number 3 it is, so that is the sine theta is equal to 1 by 100. So next what? So force F is equal to how much? F is equal to mg, that is equal to 30 into 10 power 3. So because 30,000 they have given into g value 10, if you take it is a 3 into 10 power 5 Newton. Therefore power formula what? So power formula P is equal to force into, so velocity. Therefore now force we got 3 into 10 power 5, and the u value what we got, that is equal to, so here force, total force F is equal to mg sin theta, no? Because so the body is going upside, therefore now what? When the body is going upside, the force acting, so here mg sin theta, so that is not on the horizontal vertical surface, mg sin theta. So m that is equal to 3 into 10 power 4 g value 10 sin theta is equal to 1 by 100. Therefore now, so this you can get, so 3 into 10 power 3 newtons, because 10 power 5 by 100 means 3 into 10 power 10 power 3 Newton. Therefore now you can find out power is equal to what? Force into velocity. Therefore now force we got 3 into 10 power 3 and velocity is equal to 25. Now after that, so after simplification we can get 75 into 10 power 3 watt. 10 power 3 you can write as what? So 75 kilowatt you can take. Okay, na? Here so it is, I thought it is a Fc is equal to mg, but it is the on the inclined plane, no? Therefore now, so if you take this is the theta, the force F is equal to acting downward, estimado F is equal to mg sin theta, and this is moving with constant velocity u. Therefore now what? That is the power. Next question number 5. Question number 5 is, a block of mass 10 kg starts sliding on a surface with initial velocity 9.8 meter per second. The coefficient of friction between the surface and block is 0.5. The distance covered by the block before coming to rest is. So this is the 5th question. So when the body moving with the, so only frictional force, therefore frictional force always opposes the, so what, velocity of the body. Therefore now what? After some time it is going to stop. Therefore the stopping distance after which the body is stopped is given by S naught is equal to u square by 2a actually. But so in this case what? In case of the friction, so the retardation is given by mu into g nana. Therefore that is the stopping distance. What? When the body is going only with frictional force always opposes the relative velocity of the body. After some time body comes to rest. Therefore after coming to rest, the displacement traveled by the body just before coming to rest is given by u square by 2a. This is called as the stopping distance. And in case of the, so a, in case of the friction, so the retardation a is given by what? Mu g. You substitute that, you can get the answer. So that is equal to u square value, that is u square value, how much? That is initial velocity how much? 9.8 into 9.8 by, so 2 into mu value they have given, that is 0.5. So 0.5 and g value better to take 9.8 cancel, 2 into 0.5 means what? 1. That is equal to answer what? 9.8 meters is the correct answer for that. Next, so which of the following is not a fundamental quantity? That is a direct question. And the 7th one also, which of the following represents the dimension of the farad? So what is the farad actually? Farad is the SI unit of the capacitance. Now, question number 7th. So what is the farad here? So farad is the SI unit of the capacitance. This is the capacitance SI unit. right? So then what is the capacitance? C is equal to what? Mother is equal to C is equal to so Q by V. Okay, charge present per unit potential difference applied to any conductor is called its capacitance. Now this I am changing what Q is equal to as it is now what potential what you can write so work done by so charge. Therefore again you can say what now charge square by work done. Okay, now so if you take the dimension formula C is equal to charge dimension formula AT and whole power 2 is there, work dimension formula m power 1 L power 2 T power minus 2 that is equal to now finally m power minus 1 L power minus 2 and T power minus 2 here T power 2 is there, so T power 4 and A power 1 is the dimensional formula of the farad or capacitance sum. Therefore now what, so L power minus 2 T power 4, right, no, T power 4 A power, sorry, here A power 2 no, square is there, A power 2 is the correct answer for that. Okay, so here they have given farad, so you have to get idea of the, yes, the SI unit of the capacitance only is the farad. Farad is the not a physical quantity, just to confuse you they have given, so farad is the dimension formula of what. Okay, therefore next question number question number 8. Question number 8. If the period of revolution of an artificial satellite just above the earth surface is T and the density of the earth is rho, then rho T square is equal to what? So now let's go for that. See here, generally time period formula what? Time period formula T is equal to so 2 pi by 2 pi R by V, where V is the orbital velocity. If you write the orbital velocity, now you can say 2 pi R by, so velocity is how much orbital velocity, that is equal to G capital M by R. Therefore if you simplify you can get so 2 pi, now this is R power 3 by what nana, so by here, so root Gm I am taking as G into, in place of the mass you take the, so what, mass is equal to density into volume, density is equal to mass by volume, therefore mass is equal to density into volume, how much, 4 by 3, so pi R power 3. Okay, now 4 by 3 pi R cube, why, because so that is circular, it is moving in the circular orbit of volume, therefore now density of the earth I am taking that 4 by 3 pi R cube, and here 1 R cube cancel beta, therefore now root come and 4 cancel, so pi cancel, therefore now what, the T is equal to, you will get so now T is equal to here T square, if you take T square is equal what you can get so that is all constant after simplification, so T square is equal to, you can get now now you can get what, that is a universal constant whose value is 3 pi by G, is a universal constant whose value is 3 pi by 2G they have given. First option is the correct because 4 your square root of 4 will come outside, 2 to get cancelled, therefore now so this is equal to 3 pi by so G rho you will get after simplification, because this 3 goes upside, therefore now T square is equal to 3 pi by so rho G, therefore if you bring the rho this side, therefore T square rho is equal to 3 pi by G. Already we know that G is a universal gravitational constant, therefore 3 pi also constant, therefore this is the T square rho is always equal to constant, that does not depend upon the, so radius does not depend upon the, so any nature of the planet, therefore now what, the square of time period and product of the density of any planet, for all planet it is always equal to constant. You can take any planet, this product does not depend upon the nature of the planet and its mass, radius, etc., because it is a pure so universal constant. Next question number 9. Question number 9. A 1 kg mass is suspended from the ceiling by a rope of length 4 meter. So a horizontal force F is applied at the midpoint of the rope, so that the rope makes an angle of 45 degrees with respect to the vertical axis shown in the figure. So the magnitude of the F, so assume that the system is in equilibrium. First of all, if you draw the diagram like this, right now, so this is one wire, and here what, it is the hinged, and the force that F value only they are asking. F is equal to how much? And from this one, they suspended one wire. So block how much? Now that block they have given what? 1 kg. And this angle they have given what? 45 degrees. And first of all, here what they are asking now, the magnitude of the F they are asking. First of all, if you resolve, for example, this tension, I will take the T nana. So if you resolve it, what we can get now? So this is what? So T sine 45, and this is what? So T cos 45. So under balancing condition, if you check it, so now what? So T cos 45 is equal to 1 kg. Therefore now what? On this one how much? So mg. So mg nothing but what? 1 into g value I am taking the 10. That is equal to how much? 10 Newton is the weight of the body. Therefore under balancing condition, under equilibrium, so what we can say? T cos 45 is equal to what? That is equal to T cos 45 is equal to 10, and so T sin 45 is equal to how much? That is equal to F only, because the T sin 45 is balanced by the horizontal force and T cos 45 is balanced by the gravitational force. And if you take the division between them, so 1 and 2, if you take the ratio between them, so what? T sin 45 by T cos 45 is equal to F by 10. T cancel, tan 45 is equal to also 1. Therefore F is equal to 10 Newton is the correct answer for that question. Right now, so now ninth question is the, yes, question number 9th is the, so first option is correct. Okay, just to go through the balancing condition, resolve the tension T in this. Therefore after resolving, you are getting the answer. T sin 45 encounters the F, and T cos 45 so encounters the weight. Next, the nucleus of a nuclear number 6 has a nuclear radius 3 into 10 power minus 15 meter. Then the radius of the nucleus having a nuclear number 162 they are given. So this is question number 7. Now, so what? A1 is equal to 6 and R1 is equal to, that is 3 into 10 power minus 15 meters. And A2 is equal to 162 and R2 is equal to how much? Therefore, we know that, so from the formula, so R is equal to, from the formula R is equal to R naught A power 1 by 3, because the radius of any nucleus is directly proportional to, so A power 1 by 3, where A is the mass number or nuclear number, and if you take the ratio R2 by R1 is equal to, so A2 by A1 whole power 1 by 3. Therefore, R2 by, so R1 value they have given, that is equal to 3 into 10 power minus 15 is equal to A2. So A2 is 162 by, so what? That is equal to 6 whole power 1 by 3 is equal to 6 ones, so 6 twos and 6 sevens, 27 1 by 3 means whole power 3. Therefore this answer will get what? 3. Okay, no? 10 to 7, 27 is power 1 by 3. So 3 cancel, therefore 3 1, therefore you can get. Now the second nucleus radius is how much? That is equal to 9 into 10 power minus 15 meter is the correct answer for that. Yes, so fourth option is the correct answer. Next. Question number 12. Two bodies with masses m1 and m2 are initially at rest and a distance r apart. Then they move directly towards one another under the influence of their mutual gravitational attraction. What is the ratio of distance traveled by m1 to the distance traveled by m2? For example, now if you take, this is the distance between them is r. So this is the initial position of m1, this is the initial position of m2, and both are separated by what? They are separated by distance r initially. Now, so this is coming towards the M2, this is coming towards the M1, correct or not? Because both are moving towards each other under the action of gravitational force between them. But if there is no external force, because net force acting on the system is equal to 0, because the force acting on the M1 is due to M2 and the force acting on the M2 is due to M1. So net force on the system is equal to 0. When the net force on the system is equal to 0, the acceleration of the system is equal to 0 means what? The system's acceleration can be taken as center of mass acceleration. Therefore, now what? So the center of at the center of mass only they will meet. Therefore, now what? It is moving a distance how much now? That is the R1, and it is moving another distance what? R2. Therefore, these distances are so in the center of mass concept we know that. So what? Mass is inversely proportional to distance of center of mass. Therefore, now what you can confirm? R1 by R2 is equal to so M2 by M1. So more is the mass, center of mass is closer to that mass, and lesser is the mass, center of mass is far away from that mass. For example, if you take so M1 greater than M2. M1 greater than M2 means what? M1 mass is more. Therefore, center of mass is closer to the M1. If M2 is greater than M1, center of mass is closer to M2. Therefore, now what? Center of mass is always inversely proportional to the mass of the particles. Therefore, now R1, R2 is equal to M2 by M1. So that's you can take the answer better. That is the second option is the correct one for that. Next. So 15th question. Question number 15th. Which of the following graph does not belong to isothermal process for an ideal gases? Right? So see here, I think first graph is direct graph. So in the first graph they have given like this. So this is always indicating isotherm only. Therefore, now what? Here they mentioned PV is equal to constant. When PV is equal to constant, PV is equal to formula, nRT is equal to constant. When nRT is equal to constant means that N and R both are constant. Therefore, T is equal to constant. Therefore, in the first graph, the first graph is correct only. So that is a direct answer. Now, first graph is okay. Let's go for the second graph. Second graph is what now? Second graph they have given like this. Second graph, this is the pressure, but this is not volume, reciprocal of the volume they have given, and the graph is like this. So what is the meaning of it? This graph is indicating, so directly, pressure is directly proportional to 1 by V. In general, what we can say, pressure is inversely proportional to volume. In the isothermal process, pressure is inversely proportional to volume. Therefore, now what? So here, P is inversely proportional. Therefore, now what we can say, PV is equal to nRT and P is equal to nRT by V. Therefore, in this graph, therefore, now what we can say, that is equal to, yes, P is directly proportional to 1 by V. In other words, we can say P is directly proportional to 1 by V, or so P is inversely proportional to V. Both are the same beta. Therefore, now P is directly proportional to V. If you take P and V graph, the graph is A. So what? So that like that we can get that is a rectangular hyperbola. And if you take graph between pressure and 1 by V, then the graph is a straight line passing through the origin. And this graph is also correct. In this case, also what? Temperature T is equal to constant. And third option beta. So third option A to B. See, the process is going from A to B. So A to B means direct also pressure is so what changing, but temperature is a constant. You see that the graph is the third graph is it is like this. This is the A and this is what? B. Therefore, when the pressure P and this is the temperature T, therefore now what? It is going at that constant temperature. When the pressure and at the A, the pressure is PA, at the B, the pressure is PB. Therefore, pressure is decreasing, but the temperature is at A and at B. The graph is the same. Therefore, in the third graph also temperature is the same. So the only thing is 15th. The fourth option is not a pressure constant. The temperature is not constant. When the temperature is not constant, therefore now what we can say, it is not isothermal process. Now 16th question. Question number 16. For the given circuit of PN junction diode, which of the following statement is correct? In forward bias, the voltage across R is V, and this is applicable only. Therefore, now this is the resistance and this is the one diode they have given like that, right? And here the voltage connection, how much of a battery? Therefore, now what? This is the plus minus V, and this is what R. Therefore, under forward bias, therefore now if it is ideal diode, if it is ideal diode, then there is no resistance. When there is no resistance, formula what? V is equal to I into RF beta. If it is in forward, if it is in forward bias, and if this is ideal, for the ideal what? RF is equal to 0. Therefore, there is no resistance for the diode. Therefore, now what? V across the diode, what? V across the diode is equal to 0. Therefore, the total voltage is going to the voltage across the resistor only. Direct first option only correct. Next, 17th question. If the radius of the coil is changing at the rate of 10 power minus 2 SI units in a normal magnetic field of 10 power minus 3 SI units, then the induced EMF is 1 microvolts. What is the final radius of the coil? They are asking. Right now. See, here first of all, what is that induced EMF formula? Induced EMF formula E is equal to N B A B sin cos theta. So into what? Into dA by dt formula actually. Correct? So here dA by dt they have not given, and theta is equal to 0. Theta is equal to 0. They didn't mention anything. Therefore, number of turns N is equal to 1. Therefore, magnetic field B given how much? B is equal to, that is the 10 power minus 3 SI units. 10 power minus 3 Tesla, everything is given. But problem is what? dA by dt is equal to how much? So therefore, now here you can get N is equal to 1 means what? Only B into dA by dt. First of all, we have to find out what is the dA by dt value. Now, what is the formula for area? A is equal to formula pi r square, where r is the radius. Therefore, if you take the differentiation, therefore now what? Rate of change of dA by dt is equal to pi into r square estimate, that is a 2r, and again we have to go for the differentiation dr, because it is the partial differentiation. We are differentiating with respect to the time, not with respect to the radius. Therefore, dA by dt is equal to, finally we got dA by dt is equal to 2 pi r into dr by dt. Here dr by dt value they have given how much? That is equal to 10 power, if the radius of a coil is changing at the rate of 10 power minus 2. Therefore, now what? 10 power minus 2 given. Therefore, this value you substitute here. Finally, you can get the answer. E is equal to B. So, in place of the dA by dt, I am substituting that 2 pi r into dr by dt. Everything is given. Therefore, now just we have to find out what? R is equal to how much? Find, you will get the answer. dr by dt already they have given 10 power minus 2, and magnetic field they have given 10 power minus 3, and induced EMF they have given 10 power 1 microvolt, nothing but 10 power minus 6 volts, and they are asking what? R value is equal to how much? Next, question number 19th. One electron, one proton is accelerated by equal potentials. Ratio in their de Broglie wavelength is they are asking. So, de Broglie wavelength formula, lambda is equal to h by mv, where v is the speed, and in terms of the kinetic energy, if you want to write, that is equal to given by 2m capital K, where capital K is the kinetic energy. Again, if you want to write in terms of the potential difference with a charge, that is nothing but 2m in place of the K. So, I am writing how much? K is equal to Q into V, where V is the potential difference. Therefore, now what? Q into V, right? So, that is the formula for that. Okay. In terms of the potential difference, the de Broglie wavelength of any charge particle of the charge q and mass m is what? That's one. Next, the question is ratio in the de Broglie wavelength and accelerated by the same potential difference. Therefore, from this formula, so lambda is equal to h by square root of 2m qv. Charge of electron proton are the same and v also same. These both are the same, but masses are not same because charge of the electron is E, charge of the proton also E. Both are equal and opposite polarity. Therefore, now the magnitude of the charge is the same. Therefore, V also given the same and 2 is the number. Therefore, what we can say now? So, de Broglie wavelength is inversely proportional to square root of the mass. Therefore, so de Broglie wavelength of the electron by de Broglie wavelength of the proton is equal to square root of mass of the proton by mass of the electron. That's it. Okay, next. Question number 20. Power applied to a particle varies with the time as given by, that is the power given. Power P is equal to 3t square minus 2t plus 1 m. Now, where t is in seconds, the change in its kinetic energy between t is equal to 2 seconds and 4 seconds they have given. Therefore, the change in kinetic energy is given by delta k is equal to integration p dt from where to where, that is equal to 2 seconds to 4 seconds. So, in the work power energy lesson direct formula it is, so when the power changes with respect to the time, therefore now the change in kinetic energy delta k is equal to, so integration from, so 2 to 4 p dt we can take, and in place of the p you substitute that value, we can get the answer. Delta k is, so 2 to 4 and p value is 3t square minus 2t plus 1 into dt. So now you can say delta k is equal to, so in now here you separate it amount, all parts you separate, integration 2 to 4 3 t square dt minus 2 integration from 2 to 4, so that is the t dt. Next last one plus integration dt, so 2 to 4. Now after simplification you can get the answer, delta k is equal to 3, this is t power 3 by 3 and 2 to 4 minus 2, that is the t square by 2 and 2 to 4 limits, and this is the t 2 to 4. I hope you may understand how to solve the integration, and therefore 3 get cancelled, 2 get cancelled, delta k is equal to t power 3 means 4 power 3, that is equal to 64, right, and 2 power 2 power 3 means that is 8 minus this is so t square 4 square means 16 minus 2 square means that is 4 plus 4 minus 2. Finally, 64 minus 8, 56 minus 12 and plus 2. Therefore, 58 minus 12, that is equal to what? So, 46. 46 joule is the answer for that. Okay, na? So, that is the second option is the correct one. Therefore, this is also one of the important model. So, next question number 22. Question number 22. A broad pipe having a radius 10 centimeter branches into two pipes of radii 5 centimeter and 3 centimeter. So, if the velocity of the flowing water in the pipe of radius 3 centimeter and 5 centimeter, they are asking, determine the velocity of the water in the remaining two pipes. Given that the rate of so discharge through the main branch is equal to, so what, 65 centimeter cube they have given. So here thing is that, so first of all, here they have given like this, right? And it is branches into two pieces, and this is So 5 centimeter and 3 centimeter like this, right? If you take its radius is and its radius is for example, its radius is 3 centimeter and its radius is what? 5 centimeter, and the main branch radius how much they have given? It is a 10 centimeter radius. So this is the 10 centimeter radius, right? Now in this case the water is flowing like this. After that water is so splitting into two branches. Now we have to find out. So here first case they have given if the velocity of the flowing water in the pipe of radius 3 centimeter is, means in this case let us suppose it is a V1. This is the V1 I will take, and in this case they are asking what is the velocity in this branch. V2 is equal to how much, and here they have given 10 centimeter, but in this case A into V value they have given better. A into V means what? So what is that? 600 pi centimeter cube per second, nothing but what? Discharge rate. Discharge rate nothing but what? So equation of content for now what? Q is equal to A into V given, and that is equal to 600. So pi is equal to area, that is equal to pi r square into V, because it is a circular patch, therefore pi get cancelled. Therefore 600 is equal to r square, nothing but 100 into V. So in this main pipe, so the velocity is given by V is equal to how much? Therefore V is equal to 6 centimeter per second is the velocity in the main pipe. Okay, na? Velocity in the main pipe is how much? 6 centimeter per second, and only first option only 6 centimeter is there. Second one by using, if you want to use this, so not need to solve the second option, because 6 centimeter per second having only in one option. Second option, third option, both are different values. Therefore now, so you can find out the answer better. Next, what they are asking that similarly use this one. So what? The total equation of continuity AV is equal to A1 V1 plus A2 V2 here. So already AV value we got it, that is equal to 600 pi centimeter per second, and A1 given, V1 given, A2 given. They are asking what? V2 is equal to how much? You find out, then we can get the answer. Therefore this value already given, the total discharging rate nothing but what? So the product of area into velocity of the bigger pipe they have given. Just to go through this, you can find out the answer for that. Next, question number 25. A copper wire is stretched to make 0.1% longer. What is the percentage change in its resistance? Very simple amount is so delta R by R into 100. Right now, so we know that resistance under stretching case is directly proportional to L square. So the resistance of any wire under stretching case in general, the resistance of a given wire is proportional to length and inversely proportional to area. But when the wire is stretched, volume is constant. When the volume is constant, the resistance of any stretched wire is always directly proportional to square of the length. From that, what you can say here, power is equal to, therefore now 2 into delta L by L into 100. Therefore, if you substitute there 2 into 0.1, that is equal to how much? 0.2% is the correct answer for that. Okay, and this is applicable only when this percentage is less than 5%, less than or equal 5%, then and only then it is applicable. Otherwise, so another method, because in the classes we have discussed when the resistor, when the wire is stretched, how many models are there problems we have discussed. That is only applicable when the percentage change is less than 5%. Next, question number 27. A wire of length L and radius R is clamped rapidly at one end. When the other end of the wire is pulled by a force F, its length increases by L. Another wire of same material of length 2L and radius 2R is pulled by a force 2F. Then the increase in its length will be, they are asking that. Another wire of same material, nothing but what? Young modulus is equal to constant. So this is question number 27. So as now formula, what am Young modulus formula? Young modulus formula. From y is equal to f l by area into what that change in length I will take that what elongation or compression I will use what, so e beta. So e is equal to what then, e is equal to f l by so a y, right? So a is the young modulus, therefore now y is constant, therefore now we can say what, e2 by e1 is equal to f2 l2 by f1 l1, so into what that is equal to a1 by a2, that's it. Because area is in denominator, now you can take inversely proportional f2 l2 by f1 l1, and that is equal to a1 a2. Therefore e2 by first wire elongation they have given small l, and f2 second force they changed to 2f, and so l2 second length how much that is equal to so 2l yes, that is equal to 2l, and this is f and this is l, so into area pi r square, and the second one radius is 2r, therefore now what, 4 pi r square, you will get the answer. Pi r square cancel, therefore now fl cancel, and u2 by l is equal to 1, again E2 is equal to L only. There is no change. Elongation also same. Yes, 27th question. 27th third option is the correct one. Therefore, now L is the correct answer. Next. Now, question number 28. A body cools from a temperature 3T to 2T in 10 minutes. So the room temperature is T. Assume that Newton's law of cooling is applicable. The temperature of the body at the end of the next 10 minutes will be there asking. So first of all, so from the Newton's law of cooling, this is question number 28. From the Newton's law of cooling, we know that so T2 minus or T1 minus T2 by T is equal to some constant K, and the average value T1 plus T2 by 2 minus T0, where T0 is the surrounding temperature and T1 is the initial temperature, and from initial temperature T1 to T2 it cools in a time, so T means temperature is going to be decreased. Therefore, in the first case, if you state for the first case, so what they have given, T1 is equal to 3T and T2 is equal to so 2T, by time they have given 10, and K we don't know, just you keep like that, and T1 plus T2, so 3T plus 2T that is equal to 5T by 2 minus surrounding temperature they have given T. So from this, so this is the T by 10 is equal to K into this is the 3T by so 2T, and this is nothing but 3T by 2. Therefore now T cancel, therefore now here K is equal to, you can get what, K is equal to 1 by 15. And for the second case, again after at the end of other 10 minutes, what is the new temperature of the body they are asking. Therefore in the second case, if you substitute now what, 2T, because this is in the first 10 minutes the initial temperature is 3T and the final temperature is 2T. From the 2T, for what temperature after 10 minutes, the temperature of the body they are asking. Therefore 2T, I will take for example that is so T something, and T1 you will take, and 2T minus T1 by time they have given 10 is equal to K value 1 by 15. So what, that is again so 2T plus T1 by 2, so minus T. Therefore now after simplification, so 2T minus T1 by 10 is equal to 1 by 15, and if you take the cross multiplication, minus 2T plus 2T cancel, that is equal to so T1 by 2. Therefore finally 2T minus T1 by 10 is equal to so T1 by 30. This one cancel, and so what you can get here 3T. Therefore 2T cross multiplication through to the 6T minus 3T1 is equal to T1. Therefore 6T is equal to 4T1. Final temperature at the end of the another 10 minutes is equal to what? That is equal to 3T by 2. Nothing but what? 1.5 into Tm. Next. Right. Now question number 30. The rubber cage has a cross section area of 1 millimeter square and total unstretched length is 10 centimeter. It is stretched to the 12 centimeter and then released to protect a stone of 5 grams. Taking Young's modulus y is equal to given the velocity of the projection means what? So here the elastic energy stored in the wire is converting into kinetic energy. So first of all, we have to find out elastic energy. Elastic energy is equal to kinetic energy. So this principle according to law of conservation of energy, elastic energy is given by half into stress into strain into volume is equal to what? That is equal to half mv square. And here if you take that is equal to half into stress, I will take the sigma, and strain I will take that is the epsilon, into volume is nothing but area into length is equal to half mv square. But here stress they have given only area, and the initial length is how much? 10 centimeter. Final length is how much now? So 12 centimeter. For now what? Change in length given and initial length given. Therefore stress given, strain is not given. But once again, in terms of the Young modulus, y is equal to stress by strain, and stress is equal to strain into Young modulus. Therefore if you substitute there, we can get the answer. That is so in place of the stress, I am substituting epsilon naught y into, so epsilon into what? Into area into length is equal to half mv square. Finally this half cancel. Therefore now what? Epsilon square y area into length is equal to mv square, and from this expression substitute all the values. So they have given stress here nothing but what? So now see epsilon is equal to what? So change in length by, so original length, change in length, final length goes to 12 centimeter, initial length is equal to 10 centimeter. Therefore the change in length is given by 2 by 10, that is equal to 1 by 5. Just find out the, so epsilon value, Young modulus value they have given, area of cross section given, and the initial length that is how much? L is equal to 10 centimeter, and the mass of the that rubber band they have given, that is equal to 5 gram, and substitute all these values, we can find out the velocity. So this is the question from the law of conservation of energy in the lesson mechanical properties of solids. Next. Question number 31. When a coil of area 2 centimeter square and having 30 tons whose plane is normal to the magnetic field is drawn out of the magnetic field, a charge of 1.5 into 10 power minus 4 coulomb flows in the circuit. If its resistance is 40 ohm, then the magnetic flux density they are asking. First of all, they have given amount of the charge. And we know the induced charge formula Q is equal to change in flux by resistance. Therefore, change in flux is equal to what? That is equal to Q into R. So let me take equation number 1. But you know change in flux formula what? Change in flux formula N A into what? That is yes, area given, that is given, and what? NA. So cos theta into delta Bm. Here area is constant, number of tons is constant, and what? Theta is constant because theta is equal to 0. Therefore when the theta is equal to 0, now you can say what? That is equal to Q into R, and NA that is equal to cos 0 value 1, and therefore now what? Final value B2 minus B1 is equal to what? That is equal to QR. Therefore now here B1 value is equal to 0. Now you can find out what? So NAB is equal to, so what? That is equal to, so Q into R, find out the B value. B is equal to QR by N into A only, you can get the answer directly, because first of all we have to get idea. So the charge is equal to only change in flux by resistance of the given wire. Therefore flux is equal to charge into resistance. Now what is the flux formula? Change in flux is equal to NA cos theta into delta B, because you are removing the coil from the magnetic field. Therefore, final magnetic field or initial, because actually according to this we can get minus sum. According to Lenz's law we can get the minus. Here you have to take the minus. It becomes what? Minus Na B2 minus B1 or B1 minus B2 we can get. Therefore, from that we can find out the magnetic field initial value B is equal to QR by N into A. Next, question number 32. Question number 32. Calculate the potential difference between the points A and B and current flowing through the 10 ohm resistor in the part of the network below. So, first of all, these all three. So, here let us take that. Let me take this is the B, and here only I will take, that is what, that is the A I will take, because no problem, we can cut the wire from here, and this is what, that is equal to 4 ohm. This is the, so 2 ohm here given, this is the 2 ohm, and this is 6 ohm, 3 ohm, and this is 3 ohm, 10 ohm, and this is 15 ohm, and this is the, so voltage across the 15 is what, 10 volts. So that is the question mark. Right. So first of all, here we have to find out that. So what is the total effective resistance we have to find out. And first question, let's go. What is the first question? Calculate the potential difference between the points A and B and also current flowing through the 10 ohm resistor. One thing you say, this 3 ohm, 10 ohm, 15 ohm, all these three are in parallel. Correct na? So once you check it, so this 3 ohm, 10 ohm, 15 ohm, all are in the parallel. When all are in the parallel, so they have given the voltage across the 15 ohm resistance 10 ohm means what? The voltage across the 10 ohm also what? That is equal to 10 volts only. Therefore, they asked the first question what? Current through the 10 ohm resistance. Therefore, now what? Voltage across. So, voltage across 10 ohm is equal to how much? That is equal to 10 volts. Therefore, current formula what? I is equal to, according to Ohm's law, V by R, 10 by 10, that is equal to nothing but 1 ampere. Therefore, one of the question completes. Therefore, now what? 1 ampere correct. But now they are asking what? So, what is the total potential difference between A and B? So, to find out total potential difference, first of all, the circuit I will change like this. Now what I am taking that 4, and this is the all are in parallel. If all are in parallel, now you can find out what the effective resistance 1 by R is equal to 1 by 3 plus 1 by 10 plus 1 by 15 I will take. Okay. Now, so if you take, that is the 1 by R, this is the 10 and 13 by 30 plus 1 by 15, and therefore now you can get so effective resistance. If you multiply with the 2, what you can get now, that is a 15 by 30, that is nothing but what, 1 by 2. Therefore, R effective is equal to 2 ohms only. Means what? The middle resistance, total effective resistance is equal to 2 ohm. By solving, by using the formula, so what, 13 by 30 plus 1 by 15, and 2 into 15 means 15 by 30, that is equal to what? So 1 by 2. Therefore, R is equal to 2. This is 4, this is 2, and this is, that is also 2. Therefore, 4, this is a 2 ohm meter. Therefore, now what you can say, now all are in the series. Right now? Now tell me here, voltage across this 2 ohm, how much? Voltage across the 3 ohm, voltage across the 10 ohm, voltage across the 15 ohm. So all are equal, that is given 10 volts means what? The effective resistance 2 ohm, voltage also 10 volts only. Therefore now, so what is the current passes through it? Therefore, I is equal to V by R. Therefore now that is equal to 10 by 2. So that is equal to what? I is, because 4 ohm, 2 ohm, 2 ohm all are in the series. So I is equal to V by R, that is equal to what? 5 amperes. We can get the correct. Therefore now, so what is the final value? Voltage across the AB is equal to current across it and R effective. Therefore now VAB we want, VAB is equal to I value we got 5, and R effective means what? All are in the series. Direct we can add 4 plus 2 6, 6 plus 2 8. Therefore 8 is equal to what? 40 volts is the potential difference across the A and B. Therefore, third option is the correct for that. Next remaining all are so theory based questions, and only one question, that is the torque Torque question only one is somewhat different, but it is there in our material. So remaining all question you can cover. Thank you.
Okay, right. Good afternoon, all of you. Amma. Now you'll observe grant is 7. Right. Question number 46 is related to laws, some basic concept of chemistry. Right. Observe here, mass of dinitrogen is 14, 14, 28. Mass of oxygen is 16, 32, 32, 80. That means if two atoms are combined to form a 2 or 3 molecules, on that one atom is in the molecule, one atom is fixed, remaining atom is vary. That means it is integral multiples. That law is called as law of multiple proportion. So 46 is law of multiple proportion. Compulsory law of multiple proportion, law of reciprocal, law of constant, and again law of conservation of mass. These 3 laws compulsory, they will ask one question. Next one, when benzylamine is treated with the chloroform, this is directly carbylamine reaction. For that benzylamine, CH2NH, that is called benzylamine, means primary amine. Treated with the chloroform in the presence of ethanolic KOH, CHCl3 plus KOH. That means this is called carbylamine reaction. Primary amine is converted to what? Isocyanide. NC. Amine is converted to NC. This is called, that is bad smell, that is called foul smell or foul smell. So option is second option. Next one, 48. Consider following statement. Gallium is called eco-aluminum. Correct. Sodium is more electropositive than potassium. Sodium and potassium, it is a group. Lithium, sodium, potassium, from top to bottom electropositivity will be increases. That means sodium is less, that means potassium is more, but they are given reverse. That's why that is wrong. Electron gain enthalpy is helium is positive. Yes, correct only now. Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. Those are called noble gas element. Noble gas element means outermost electron is octet configuration. That means NS2 NP6 configuration. So outermost electron already completely filled. Completely means electron gain enthalpy. That means electron we have to add. We have to admit it is not possible, already stable. That means stable electronic configuration. That's why electron gain enthalpy is, it is positive. If you add the electron means we are not possible to add because already stable. If you want to add the electron means extra, more energy you have to give, means that is energy is giving. That means endothermic, positive. So it is not possible. If you want to give, it required more energy, that is positive. So that is correct only now. So answer is A and C. Next one is 49. If enthalpy of atomization of methane is, they are given 1665 kilojoule. Yes, correct only now. They are given enthalpy of atomization of methane, CH4. Enthalpy of atomization means molecule converted into atoms. That means carbon plus 4 hydrogens. Right? So, then mean bond enthalpy, that means how many bonds are there, how many carbon hydrogen bond, 4 CH bonds are there, CH, H, 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 that means 4 CH bonds are there. So 1 CH bond how much means, then you have to do the mean, total enthalpy by total number of CH bonds by 4, that is called mean, also called average. That value is how much you are getting, around, that is what, 416.25, that is correct one. That's why first statement is correct. 1 CH bond is 416, 4 CH bonds is 1665, correct. In methane all 4 CH bonds are equal, that is wrong. CH4, that is giving CH3 plus H, again CH3 is giving CH2 plus H. That means this bond length both are not same, means all bond lengths are different. They are given all bond lengths are same, that's why that is wrong. So statement 1 is correct, statement 2 is incorrect. Next one, question number 50 is related to KSP. CAF2, that means AB type, sorry, AB2 type, that means Ca plus 2 plus 2F minus, like this you have to dissociate, that means this is S, this is 2S. KSP is equal concentration of Ca plus 2, concentration of F minus power minus 2, that means you will get 4S cube. So 4S cube. Next one, Mg3PO4. Mg3PO4 twice, that is dissociated as Mg3PO4 twice, that means 3 moles of Mg2 plus 2PO4 minus 3, that is 3S, this is 2S. That means 3S power 3 and 2S power 2. That means you will get 108 point S power 5. FeOH twice, Fe plus 3OH minus. That means S2 3S whole cube. That means 27S4. ZnS AB type, Zn plus 2, S minus 2. S into S, S square. So option is third option. Next one, question number 51. Which of the following aqueous solution which one will exhibit the maximum delta F? Means delta F, means delta TF, not delta F, delta TF. That means elevation in the, depression in the freezing point. Depression in the freezing point is equal to I into Kf into M. That means it depends on I value. I is called 1.5 factor. So I is the more, delta TF also more. 1.5 factor means I value is how much your complete dissociation. So NaCl and 0.2 mole of K2SO4. 0.2 mole of K2SO4 means, observe your dissociation, 2K plus SO4 minus 2, that is 1 minus alpha, that means 2 alpha. I value before dissociation is I equal to 1, 0, 0. After dissociation 1 minus alpha, here how many alpha? 2 alpha. Then I equal to total number of moles after dissociation. After dissociation means 1 minus alpha, 2 alpha plus alpha. 1 minus alpha, 2 alpha plus alpha. That means 1 plus 2 alpha. I value. So total number of moles after dissociation by before dissociation is every time 1 only. That means I equal to 1 plus 2 alpha. Alpha value how much they are given? 20%. 20% means 20 by 100. That is equal to 0.2. 1 plus 0.2, that means 1.4. That is I value is 1.4. Like that, remaining you have to check urea and glucose. I value is 1, that means 0.1, 0.2. This is 1.4. In case of NaCl, 50%, that is also I value less than 1.4. So highest value of I value is second option. So that is only now. So I value is more. Where I written? I value is more. Delta TF is more. That's I value is more for second option. '52 is related to what you call 13th group P block element. These all our graphs are given. So actually very important. These graphs you have to remember, Amma. Right? 13th group, most of they will have the physical properties. More than the physical properties, most of the physical properties. Most of the exceptional will be there. Most of the exceptional 13th and 14th. So 13th group exceptional, how to remember by based on the graphs. So these are the graphs. Atomic size graph, that is only first graph. Electronegativity graph, second graph. Melting point graph is they are given that one, that is reverse, exactly reverse. Like this. Like this. This is the graph. This is boron. This is aluminium. Right? This is gallium. This is indium. This is thallium. So that means highest one boron. Next one aluminium. Next one thallium. Next one indium. Last one is gallium. This is the least one. Actually, what will think either increasing or decreasing order will think actually any group. But in 13th, 14th group, so many exceptions will be there. So many exceptions will be there. Exceptional reasons are there, different reasons. So that is the reason. Instead of that exception, what you have to remember, graph wise you have to remember, then automatically you will get the answer. This is the answer, actual answer. Which one? Melting point. But they are given reverse. Then ionization enthalpy diagram also like that only, right? Next one, 53, 54. 53 easy and 54 also. Limiting molar conductivity is in water is maximum at H plus ion. Limiting molar conductivity means that is completely dissociation. Completely dissociation depends on strong and weak electrolyte. Means strong electrolyte is completely dissociation. That is having the maximum limiting molar conductivity. And again weak electrolytes are the partial dissociation. That's why limiting molar conductivity is less. In case of ion they are given which one is the smaller size. Smaller size. Smaller size is more mobility. That means more conductivity. That's what H plus ion is the highest molar conductivity. Next one, 54. During change from N2 to N2 minus as per MOT. Electrons are 14 because nitrogen 7. 14 to 15. 15 electron will be changed. 14 to 15 electron. So the 14th electron up to sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2, sigma star 2s2 up to same. That means 8 electron. Next one. Pi 2px that is equal to pi 2py. 8 already up to sigma. 8 plus 2, 10, 10 plus 2, 12. Next one is 2 electrons are enter into the sigma. That means up to here 14 electrons completed. 15th electron will be enter into the pi star 2px and pi star 2py. That means last electron enter into the pi star. So 14th electron means this is the configuration. 15th electron means here configuration will be reverse. First sigma will get you, then next to pi 2px, pi 2py. Anyway, that 6 electrons enter into these three only, Last 15th electron enter into the pi star. That's why electron enter into the pi star as per MOT. Molecular orbital theory. Question number 55. Complex CONH34Cl2 plus shows the geometrical isomerism. Yes, statement 1 is correct. Why? Geometrical isomerism means cis2 trans. Cis2 trans want to exhibit means two identical groups are present and adjacent. Two identical groups are present opposite. This octahedral complex. Central atom cobalt. Octahedral observe now. Here Cl, remaining ammonia. This is square planar middle. Remain. These two chlorines are adjacent to each other. That is called cis. What a charge is plus 1? Yes, plus 1. Right? These two are adjacent to each other. That is called cis. These two are opposite to each other. That is called trans. Cis to trans is here. That is called geometrical isomerism. So that will exhibit correct. Trans NH3,6 NH3,4 Cl2 is optically active. Most of the trans forms are optically inactive. Observe trans, this is cis. Trans observe. NH3, 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 NH3. Next one Cl, Cl. So plus 1. Both similar groups are opposite to each other, that is called trans. This is trans. So what will happen? It is passing through the one plane. That means plane of symmetry is present. In passing through the plane through the vertical, both are equal halves are there. That means plane of symmetry is present. Plane of symmetry is present means optically inactive, but they are given optically active. That means statement 2 is incorrect. Next one, question number 56. They are given alkyne CH3, CH2, C triple bond CH. They are adding water in the presence of mercury. That means unsymmetrical alkyne is there. Mercury followed by H plus. In presence of, one point I am going to remind you. Only 2 carbon ethane is there. 2 carbon ethane, that is called acetylene, also called ethane. Adding of water will give the single product, that is called aldehyde. Now this is called unsymmetrical alkyne. Addition of water in the presence of mercury. It is follows Markovnikov's rule. This follows which rule? Markovnikov's rule. So Markovnikov rule means, observe now, CH3, CH2, C double bond and CH. Here OH you have to add, negative part. Negative part will be added to the carbon containing less number of hydrogen. Here hydrogen. This is called intermediate. Intermediate is unstable. They only already told. Unstable. This is intermediate. Why intermediate unstable? This is called enol. Double bond and ol. Enol. That is also called, this elevate now. Allyl alcohol. Sorry, vinyl, not allyl. This is called vinyl alcohol. CH2 double bond C OH is called vinyl alcohol. And that vinyl is highly unstable. So unstable. That's why to get the stability, it is undergo isomerization. That means stable isomer is converted into, sorry, unstable isomer is converted into stable isomer. So this bond shifted to here. That means you'll get double bond. This bond move to here. This hydrogen will be added to here. The answer is CH3, CH2, C double bond O, CH3. Means that is ketone. Only ethane is giving aldehyde. Other than any ethane with mercury or hydrogen H2SO4 will give the ketone. Follows Markovnikov's rule. So third option. That is 56. 57. 57. Carboxylic acid is given first. Carboxylic acid with lithium aluminum hydride followed by hydrolysis. That is called strong reducing agent. Reducing agents are there. Any functional group, most of the acid ester, right? Acid ester and aldehyde to alcohol reduction, that is strong reducing agent. This one you know. What happened? Acid to alcohol, that is lithium aluminum, that is followed by PCC. What is PCC? Pyridinium chlorochromate, that is mild oxidizing agent. Mild oxidizing agent means alcohol to aldehyde. So answer is aldehyde. Primary alcohol is aldehyde, secondary alcohol is there ketone. So answer is which option? Third option. Next one. 58. Non-aromatic compound here. What is the non-aromatic compound? 1, 3, 5, 7. Cyclooctatetraene. This is called cyclooctatetraene. Cyclooctatetraene means it is having the cyclic compound, again conjugation, sp2 hybridization, that is actually it is satisfying 4n pi electron, where n equal to 4 means what? 4 to the 8, that means n equal to 2. N equal to 2 means how many electrons I can get? 4 8 pi electron. That means this is conditionally related to anti-aromatic, but it is exist as a, not like this, it exists as a tub shape. like this, tub shape, tub. That means here one double bond, here double bond, here double bond, here double bond. Observe here, that means it is exist as a, for the question, non-aromatic compound 1, 3, 5, 7 cyclotetraene. This is actually, if it is exist as like this, it is anti-aromatic actually. But it is not a exist as this one because it is in the stable in this form, 8 membered ring, unstable. To get the stability, it is exist as a tub shape. Tub shape. This is called tub. Tub shape means it exists like this. That means here two bonds are in out of the plane. Two pi bonds are out of the plane. Two pi bonds are in one plane. Other two pi bonds are in other plane. This one below the plane, that is above the plane. That means all are in not one plane. All are in actually one plane. That is called planar. But this is not a planar. Out of the plane. That means a total 4 bonds also there. You should consider only 2 bonds. Any 2 bonds. Either this 2 or this 2. Means downward or upward. Either bottom or top. Anyone you have to consider. Because these two are in one plane. Those 2 are in one plane. That's why. That means how many electron? 4 pi electron. That's why it is not. It is out of the plane. Out of the plane meaning here, it is not a planar shape. It is not a planar shape means it is not existing anti-aromatic character. That's why it is not anti-aromatic, that is mean non-aromatic. So that is non-aromatic. Heterocyclic aromatic compound, pyrrole. Heterocyclic aromatic compound, pyrrole. This is a pyrrole structure. 2 pi bonds, 1 lone pair. Total 6 electron. Heterocyclic aromatic, correct. Anti-aromatic. Anti-aromatic means 1, 3 cyclobutadiene. How many pi electron? How many pi bonds? 2 pi bonds are there. 2 pi bonds means 4 pi electron. 4 pi electron means n equal to 1. That's why it is anti-aromatic. Last one is benzonoid. Benzonoid with aromatic compound is aniline. Compound is having aromatic, right? That is called as benzonoids. So option is fourth option. Next one, 59. Which of the following will give the fastest nucleophilic addition reaction? Already we know. Nucleophilic addition reactions are aldehydes are more reactive than ketone because of electronic effects and steric hindrance. These are the reasons. Right? So that's why in this which one is the less reactive aldehyde is there. Observe here. Less reactive aldehyde is first carbon, only one carbon, that is called formaldehyde. So question number 59 is 160. Question number 60. Conversion. Nitrobenzene to SnHCl, tin HCl. That means it is converted to aniline. First. Aniline followed by acetic anhydride pyridine. That means acetic anhydride. Protecting of amino group. That means what? NH C double bond O CH3. NH C double bond O CH, that is called acetanilide. Then followed by bromine and acetic acid. Br2 acetic acid means that is called bromination. Bromination means it undergo electrophilic substitution reaction. Electrophilic substitution reaction means it is moved to ortho and para. But in case of ortho, it is having what are the group is it? Somewhat this bulkier group is there. Bulkier group means steric hindrance. Steric hindrance means because of this group will be block this position, ortho position, because of bulkier group, big group. That's the ortho position will be blocked. It move to which position? Para position. And you'll get para bromo acetanilide. Acetic anhydride structure first. CH3, C double bond O, C double bond O, CH3. Here H, this one is eliminate. OC, that is called acetanilide. Here para. Then followed by what they given? Hydrolysis. Hydrolysis means here you have to break the bond. This is acetic acid. Here hydrogen will be added. So answer is NH2Br. That means para bromo aniline. What the option? First option. Next. Question number 61. This type of question how to do? possible formula compound with the element A, B, C having oxidation number they are given. A oxidation number plus 2, B oxidation number plus 5, C oxidation number minus 2 they are given. So now this type of question go through options. Those oxidation states you have to substitute it in any options only now. Which option you will get the 0? That means one of the rule. If the compound is neutral, sum of the oxidation state equal to 0. That means A value, B value, C value substitute in that option. Which option is giving oxidation number sum equal to 0? That is an option. So you will get first option. A3. A3 means 3 into 2 plus 2, 6 plus B2. B4 2 times. BC4 2 times. B2. B is how much? 5. 5 into 2, 10 plus C4. C4 is 2 times means 8. 8 into minus 2. Observe here. 3 into 2, 6. 10. Total 16. 8 into minus 2, 16. The total value is 0. That is the option I know. Next 62. Carbocation. Carbocation means this hybridization. Carbocations are sp2 hybridization. Carbene ions are sp3 hybridization. Free radicals are sp2. Carbocation, free radical both are same. So carbocation sp2 hybridization, again carbon with MTP orbital. Carbocation means electron deficient species. Free radical sp2 hybridization, carbon with one free radical means dot, extra radical will be, extra dot will be there, unpaired. Nucleophile means excess of electron, species that contain supply pair of electron. Excess of electron means able to donate. Electrophile means deficient of electron, means able to accept. So final option is fourth option. Now question number 63. Ethylene. Ethylene means alkene, CH2 double bond CH2, that is on ozonolysis. O3ZnH2O, that is called ozonolysis. Ozonolysis uses identification of double bond. Wherever the double bond is there, double bond you have to break down. That's the reaction, this reaction you have to keep. And answer is CH2O. CH2O means that is called formaldehyde. So A. Next one, methane. Undergo oxidation in the presence of, oxidation I am going to add, in the presence of molybdenum oxide. Right? Three cases are based on the catalyst, product will be changed. Methane with copper at 523, alcohol. Methane with oxygen in the presence of molybdenum oxide, aldehyde, formaldehyde. Ethane or methane means hydrocarbon with manganese acetate. You will get the carboxylic acid. So answer is carbaldehyde, that means formaldehyde. This is A, this is B. That means A and B are. That means A is what? Same as B. 64. RMG plus Br, this is Grignard reagent followed by D2O. They are given product is that one. So what is the product? They are asking 2-bromobutane because in the option D is where it is present, second position. That means 2-deuterobutane. That is the meaning. D is replaced by MgBr. That means what you call 2-bromobutane. So option is second option. 65. Which among the following is dehydrated most easily in acidic medium? Dehydration or hydration? Most of the intermediate is carbocation. Hydration, dehydration, elimination, addition, substitution, everything. Maximum, most of the reactions are intermediates are carbocation. In this 4, which carbocation is more stable? That means carbocations are means what you call carbocation, carbene ion, free radicals are called intermediates. Which intermediate is more stable? That intermediate is more reactive and also called more dehydration. So first one, second one, third one, fourth one. First one is the primary alcohol. That means primary carbocation. A living group is what? OH. OH is removed. OH is eliminated as a OH minus. That means nucleophile. Then carbon getting carbocation. Observe third option like this. Like this is there. Then you remove OH. Then what I can get? OH is eliminated as a OH minus. Then carbon getting which charge? Positive charge. Now which carbocation? Tertiary carbocation. Tertiary carbocation is more stable intermediate is more dehydration. So option 3. Next one, 66. Easy. What they given? Which of the following pairs are chelated ligand? Chelated ligand means ligand which are having 2 or more than donor atom. 2 or more than 2 donor atom. 2 or more than 2 donor atoms are called as what you call chelated. Chelation means ring formation. One of the chelation ligand is EN, that is called ethane 1,2 diamine. Again, oxalate ion OX minus 2. Right. So, what do you call fourth option? 67. The volume of CO2 is evolved at STP, complete combustion, 15 grams of C2H6. Combustion reaction, any combustion reaction, general formula, CXHY, X plus Y by 4, O2, gives less to XCO2 plus Y by 2 H2O, and delta H is equal to negative. That means combustion reaction energy will be released. That is called exothermic reaction. This is a general equation for any combustion. That means C2H6 they are given. C2H6, X value 2, Y value 6. Substitute here. Then you will get X value 2, Y value 6, 6 by 4. That means 3 by 2. 3 by 2 means total 7 by 2 O2. XCO2, that means 2 CO2 plus 3 H2O. Y by 2. This is the combustion of ethane. What they given? The volume of CO2 evolved at STP. Then 15 grams of C2H6. That means comparing with C2H6 and carbon dioxide. C2H6 initial molecular mass 24 plus 4, 6, 30 grams. Initial means given molecular mass. Initial means compound molecular mass. It is giving how many moles? 2 moles. 1 mole is at STP is occupied 22.4. 2 moles. 2 into 22.4 liter at STP. They are again how many grams? 15 grams. 15 grams, how much? X cross multiplication. 30 into X is equal to 15 into 2 into 22.4. Then you will get the answer is finally 22.4. That's all. That is 67. 68 is easy. That is related to ideal, non-ideal, positive deviation, negative deviation. Next one, 69. They are given equation CO2 useless to 2CO. This is gas, this is gas, this is solid. Right? It's applicable for only gases and liquids, but is not solid. Kp, they are asking. Initial nothing they are given. That means this is 1 mole. 1 mole means this we should not consider. Solids we should not consider. Consider only gases. This is 1 mole initial. Reaction at 0, not started at equilibrium. 1 minus alpha, some of the product is consumed then form the product. It means, some of the reactant is consumed, that consumption is called alpha. Alpha is called degree of dissociation. 1 minus alpha, this is 2 alpha. Right? Next, what they given? Alpha value 25% is dissociation. 25% means 25 by 100. That means 0.25. 1 minus 0.25, that is what? 0.75. 0.25 into 2, that is what? 0.5. They are asking Kp. These are called number of moles. Kp means you have to find partial pressure. First partial pressure of CO2. How to find out? Mole fraction of CO2 into total pressure. Mole fraction of CO2 into total pressure. Total pressure already given 6. Correct? Now mole fraction, how to find out? Number of moles of CO2 by total number of moles. Number of moles of CO2 how much? 0.75. Total number of moles 0.75 plus 5, that is what? 1.25. 1.25 into 6, that is what is this one? Partial pressure of CO2. Now partial pressure of CO, same. Partial pressure, mole fraction of CO onto total pressure. Mole fraction of CO means Number of moles of CO by total number of moles, 1.25 into 6. Then write the Kp. Kp is equal partial pressure of products by partial pressure of reactant. Then if I know these values, then you will get the answer is, what you will get answer? 1.6. Right. Next one, 71. For a first order reaction, if T off is 100 seconds, then T90 is how much? First order reaction, T off, K equal to 0.693 by T half. That means 0.693 by 100. 100 na? Yes, 100 only now. Then you will get K. Based on this, you can find K. K equal to first order 2.303 by T log of R0 by R. K already we got this one. 2.3, T we have to find. Log R0 is 100. R is 100 minus 90. That is called 10. Then value substitute. Then you will get the answer is 332 seconds. Next one, question number 72. Electronic configuration of Mendelevium. Then element number, atomic number is 101. Right? 101. 101 is what? Actinides. Actinide means what? 5F1214, 6D021, 7S2. Right? This is the general electronic configuration of actinides. Already last class, last paper explanation and time I told you lanthanides. Now actinides. 5F1214 means 5F6D7S. There 4F5D6S. Lanthanides. 5F1214, 6D021, 7S2. Before what is there now? Radon. Radon is 86, xenon, radon. So, right, 54 and this is 86. This is 86, right? Next one. This is 101 means 5 of 13. 6D0, 7S2. Observe here, 13 plus 2, 13 plus 2, 15. 15 plus 86, 101. So, the option is 82. Next one. 73, Nernst equation. What is the formula? E cell equal to E naught cell minus 0.059 by N log product concentration by reactant concentration. What they are asking now? They are already given. E cell is given. How much? 0.58. E naught cell how to find out? E naught cell already you know. E naught of cathode minus E naught of anode. First which one is cathode? Left side is the anode. Cell notation. Left side anode, right side cathode. Cathode which one? Copper. Anode which one? Nickel. That means they are given copper. Copper is given, they have to find nickel. That means copper is what now here? Cathode. And nickel is what now? Anode. Cathode minus anode we don't know. Anode value we don't know. Minus 0.059 by N value is 2 electrons will be transferred. Product concentration by reactant concentration you have to substitute. You will get the answer is which one? So E naught of anode you will get the value is minus 0.21. Next one, 74. Based on the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, if the uncertainty in position of electron is 10 power minus 12, then uncertainty in the velocity they are asking now. So formula delta x into what they are asking here, uncertainty in the velocity, delta x into delta E into m into greater than or equal to h by 4 pi. This is the uncertainty principle. They are asking uncertainty in velocity. This one they are asking now. Delta V this side, remain that side, equal to h by 4 pi into m into delta x. So values, h value already given 4 H value 6.62 10 power minus 35, 34, 4, 3.14. M is equal to mass of the electron. The already they were provided 9.1 into 10 power minus 31. Then delta X, uncertain position 10 power minus 12. Then you substitute and do the calculation. We'll get the 5.88 into what do you call 10 power 7. $75. Oxidation of iron is a given. Yes, question is given. Entropy change of reaction is minus 549 joule per mole. Correct? Right? Then NCT is non-spontaneous. Okay. For example, listen carefully here. 4Fe plus 3O2 gives less to 2Fe2O3. They are given. Correct. Then entropy delta S is given. How much is given? Minus 549.4. That is not kilojoule, that is joule actually. Okay. Joule per mole per Kelvin. NCT is non-spontaneous. NCT is non-spontaneous. This minus is given. So this total reaction is, we want to say the non-spontaneous means it is not sufficient. Delta S is not sufficient. Delta S including we want what we need. Delta H also we want. Here delta H is not there. That's why that reaction is false. Next, delta S total, delta S G. System should be positive and negative. That means spontaneous we want to say delta S is positive, delta G is negative, compulsory correct. Delta G is negative means less than 0 means that reaction will be spontaneous. That means statement also correct. Next one, question number 76. Change the oxidation state of chlorine during the thermal decomposition of potassium chlorate. That you should know first. Potassium chlorate, KClO3 changes to what? On decomposition, thermal decomposition means heating. KCl plus 3 moles, 3 by 2 mole of O2. Here oxidation state of chlorine plus 5. Here plus 1, X 3 into minus 2 equal to 0. That means plus 5. Here K is plus 1, Cl is minus 1. Changes from what to what? Plus 5 to minus 1. Next one, 77. The NN single bond is, this is P block. NN single bond is weaker than that of PP single bond due to higher lone pair repulsion. Correct only now. That means nitrogen, next one phosphorus. That means nitrogen, phosphorus. This is nitrogen family. Nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. In a group top to bottom, atomic size will be increases. Because this is smaller size compared to this. Nitrogen the smaller size means these are called heteroatom. Means compulsory is having the lone pair. Nitrogen has the one lone pair. Because of small size means more attraction. Because of lone pair what will happen? Nearer to that means what will happen? Repulsion will be more. Away from that, repulsion will be less. So that's why nitrogens are repulsions are more. Repulsions are more means bond is weak. Bond is weak. That means weaker bond than that of PP. Correct only now. So nitrogen does not form halides with 5 plus 5 oxidation. Correct only now. Why? Because nitrogen atomic number 7. Right? 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. But here 2d not possible. 2d is not there. Means d orbital, vacant d orbital means absence of d orbital. It is having the how many orbitals? Only valence electron, 1s orbital, 3p orbital. That means its valence is expanded to up to plus 4 only now. Plus 4, not plus 5. Valence means oxidation state is expanded to plus 4, not plus 5. If we want to expand plus 5 means compulsory vacant d, means vacant d orbital we need. From nitrogen, phosphorus onwards will be there. Because phosphorus onwards, vacant d orbitals will be present. Here absence of vacant d orbital. Here oxidation state is valence is expanded to up to 4 only because 1s orbital, 3p orbital. Total 1 plus 3, 4. So that's the wrong. Right? That means what? What you have to say finally? Both statements are true. Next, ClO4 does not undergo disproportionation. Correct only now. Correct. Why? ClO4 minus is oxidation state is plus 7. This higher oxidation state. Any compound want to undergo disproportionation reaction means it required minimum 3 oxidation states. I told you. One is maximum, right? One is minimum, one is intermediate. These 3 oxidation states we need. Maximum we need, minimum we need, intermediate we need. Already maximum is there, right? But intermediate where it is there now, where it is means middle we have to required, right? So that's why here already exceeds the maximum oxidation state. Reason is highest oxidation state, correct or no? Both are assertion reason is true, R is explanation of R is correct explanation of A, correct or not? 79, 78 ಇದೆ. 79. The SD character of hydrides of group 16 elements are increased from, yes, correct. H2O2, H2TE. Oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. In a group top to bottom, atomic size will be increased. Size will be increased means loss of electron very easy. Loss of electron easy means oxidation state will be increases. Yes, correct. So oxidation state is increases. Correct only now. Oxidation means loss of electron means tendency to lose of H plus. Tendency to lose of H plus means what you call acidic. H2 and H2TE. Where is H plus loss of H plus is very easy here only because it's a small size. More attraction. We can't remove electron. We can't remove hydrogen H plus. We can remove very easy. That's the correct only now. Which one is very easy lose of proton? That is more acidic. Correct only first one. The bond dissociation enthalpy of hydrates of 16 group element decreases from He2O2, HET. Bond dissociation enthalpy. The amount of energy required to break the bond, 1 mole of the bond is called bond dissociation enthalpy. Here bond dissociation enthalpy is more. Here bond dissociation enthalpy less because it's small size and more attraction. More attraction means we cannot break down very easy. It required more energy. That means more dissociation enthalpy. Here less because more size, less attraction. We can break down very easy. Next one, question number 80. This is related to Remer-Timmer reaction. Intermediate is carbene, that is called dichlorocarbene. 81. So which of the following statements are correct? Zirconium and hafnium have almost same atomic radii. Correct only no? Because this is lanthanide contraction. First option correct. Lanthanides liberate H2 when H2 gas when treated with dilute acid. Yes, correct only no? Lanthanides are reacting with acids, it will release hydrogen gas. The ionic radii of trivalent lanthanide steadily decreases with increase in atomic number. That is correct statement. Means actual correct statement means the ionic radii of trivalent means lanthanides will exhibit +3 oxidation state. +3 oxidation state steadily decreases with increase in atomic number. From left to right, atomic radius will be decreased with increase in atomic number. They are given reverse. So option wrong. So 1, 2. Next one, 82. Match the following. Hydrogenation of oils. Which one you have to use? Nickel. Manufacture of polythene. Polythene means Ziegler-Natta catalyst. This is already repeated question. Haber's process, iron. Walker's process, palladium chloride. Right, next one. 82 completed. 83. The element with highest negative electron gain enthalpy. Highest negative electron gain enthalpy is chlorine. Chlorine is belonging to 17th group. 17th group. Third period. Plus first element you have to know. Highest electron gain enthalpy, that is chlorine. Next one, question number 84. Glucose does not form hydrogen sulfide addition product with NaHSO3. Yes, correct statement. Alpha D glucose pyranose containing 4 chiral carbon. 4 chiral carbon, that is wrong. Only 3 chiral carbon. Chiral carbon means alpha D glucopyranose. This one form ring. OH, 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 H, 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 H. This is one chiral carbon. This is one chiral carbon. This is one chiral carbon. How many chiral carbon? Only 3, but they are given 4. That is wrong. Right? 84, that one. 85. These are the linkages. Sucrose. Sucrose is alpha D glucose, beta D fructose. Means alpha beta 1 comma 2. Maltose. Right? Next one. 1 comma 4. Lactose. Lactose 1 beta 1 comma 4. Lactose means beta galactose, beta glucose, beta 1 comma 4. Amylopectin 1 comma 4, 1 comma 6. Right. Next one, question number 86. Benzene. This is very important. Already they asked in NEET, last NEET. Benzene with 3 moles of chlorine in the presence of what? UV light. That means this is called, this undergo addition reaction, free radical addition reaction. That means what happened, that all 3 single bond, 3 pi bonds removed by 3 chlorine, 3 moles of chlorine means what I can get? Chlorine, 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 chlorine. Hexachlorobenzene. Right? That is the answer only now. Next one, question number 87. In case of substituted aniline, the nitro group is generally increase the basic nature. Aniline, basic nature increased by means already we know basic nature increased by electron releasing group. Acidic nature increased by electron withdrawing group. What they said here, basic nature aniline is increased by NO2. NO2 is called electron withdrawing group. So electron withdrawing group increases, basic nature decreases, but they said increases. So that means the statement is wrong. Next one, 87B. pKb of ammonia is smaller than methanamine CH3NH2. That means actually basic nature which one is more? Methanamine is more basic than ammonia because of methylamine it is plus I, methyl group. That means more basic, less pKa. pKa value is lower. That means this is pKa value is more. This pKa value is more, this pKa value less. But they are given reverse. So statement 1, statement 2 incorrect. Next one, 88. This is related to organic part, first year. Silica gel can be used as an adsorbent in. Yes, good adsorbent in is what? Silica gel and alumina gel. Correct only now. Thin layer chromatography is a type of adsorption. Yes, thin layer and column chromatography both are adsorption. Next one, paper chromatography is partition. Yes, paper chromatography is chromatography paper contains water molecule trapped in it. Correct, ABC. Next one, question number 89. The alkane gives only one monochlorinated product on the reaction. Monochlorinated product, only one. This one. Second option. Here one hydrogen replaced by, that means this carbon having the 4 methyl groups are there. These 4 methyl groups are same only now. One of the hydrogen replaced by chlorine, that is called monochlorination. Here also you can replace. 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 But all are same product. That's why this is only one monochlorinated product. Last and final one. Question number 90. Then what happened first? This one they are given. Reacting with HCl. HCl means it is follows Markovnikov rule. That means here bond you remove, then you have to add Cl because this benzyl carbocation Cl. Then that is reacting with AgCN, means Cl is replaced by, that is AgCN is a covalent compound. These are called, then what I can get the product? Cl is replaced by NC. That is the answer now. So fourth option. This is the question paper for today's paper. Okay, ma. Thank you. Remaining next paper.